last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
family. Welcome to Aquarius Rising, the ninth gate. Once again, our Thursday night is action-packed. I am so grateful everyone's joining us tonight. As you know, usually we do live on FB. Once in a blue, we do live on YouTube, but it is a special evening, so we are live on YouTube tonight. So big up to the family. I see it's piling in. People are joining us. We've got quite a few people who have joined us for this masterful show tonight. We have a most incredible sea star on. She is an iconic figure. She is the reason why we play Matrix type of, all types of Matrix types of sayings and different types of, we usually use certain statements that are connected to the Matrix tonight. We have the mother of the Matrix, the original, the OG of the oracles is on tonight, and this is Sophia Stewart is joining us this evening. So big up to everyone joining us. You know how we kick up the show. We're going to have a wonderful show this evening, and we kick off the show with our shout outs. And for those who, you guys have pretty much known me for a long time as our family. I kick off the show with our shout outs, our big ups, because I'm a New York type of chick. So this is how we kick it off. And also it helps us to interconnect with each other on the ley lines, that we energetically connect to one another, and it actually creates a beautiful protective grid with our family. So you know how we get down. DC's already kicking it off. Big up to DC's in the house. Big up to you. Big up to Queens. New York is in the house. What's up? Queens is in the house. Big up to you. Big up to our family in Mount Vernon, New York. That's my old neck of the woods. Big up to San Antonio, Texas is in the house. London's in the house. Big up to Mississippi's in the house. Big up D-Town's in the house. What up, Detroit? New York City. Brooklyn's in the house. BK. What's good? North Kakalaki's in the house. Oakland's in the house. Vegas is in the house. New Jersey's in the house. North Kakalaki again in the house. Atlanta, Georgia. ATL is representing in the house. Long Beach is representing. Big up to you in Long Beach. Coral Springs is in the house. Florida. We've got Bronx. The BX is representing in the house. What's good? Kentucky's in the house. St. Petersburg, Florida's in the house. Hey, Skittles. Skittles in the house. That's one of our original family members. Barbados is in the house. Baltimore is in the house. We got, again, D-Town, London, can't sleep. I know our family in Europe is trying to stay up for the show. So big up to y'all calling in from Europe. North Carolina's in the house. We've got O'Neill, Nebraska's in the house. Cleveland, Ohio's in the house. Jersey, again, is in the house. Orlando, Florida, you're in my neck of the woods. Big up to you. Newport Beach, California's in the house. Backwoods of Pennsylvania. What up, Shania? Big O is in the house. Albuquerque, New Mexico is in the house. What's good, Ali? Philly is representing. About time, Philly. What up, mama? Wisconsin's in the house. What's up? Minnesota's in the house. Gardena, California's in the house. Maryland's in the house. Big up to y'all in Maryland. Albany, New York is in the house, feeling a little chilly. I hope you're keeping it warm tonight. Louisiana's in the house. Canada representing. Quebec. Our francophonic people. Bonsoir, bonsoir, francophonic people. San Jose is in the house. Washington State is in the house. Again, New Jersey's always representing. Samoa is in the house. Texas, LA represent. Paris is in the house. My Paris, France is in the house. Big up to my francophonic family. Virginia's in the house. Washington Heights. What's good? I used to live over there by Van Cortlandt. That's New York City. San Bernardino, California's in the house. Fort Lauderdale, Puerto Rico. That's our family member, Carlos. What's good, Carlos? Let me make Carlos the moderator tonight. Carlos, I'm going to add you as a moderator tonight. Is that okay? I'm just adding you. Kingston, Jamaica. Big up to Zenzi coming in from Kingston, Jamaica. Chicago's in the house. Orlando again. St. Louis is in the house. Irish Catholic kid from Queens. Hey, Philly again. Tonga's in the house. Detroit, Fiji's in the house. England is always represented in the house. Again, in Washington Heights. A lot of people from Washington Heights, my own neck of the woods. Lank, PA is in the house. Hey, New Age. College Park is in the house. Fort Worth is in the house. Patricia, New Jersey, is in the house. By way of Haiti, Sapase. Indianapolis is in the house. Orlando, a lot of people in my neck of the woods. What up, Orlando? Detroit again. Portland, Vancouver's in the house. Hey there. New Orleans. I like to say Orleans. Orleans is in the house. Union City, California is in the house. ATL again representing. Houston, Texas. What's good? Susanna, it's one of our family members. D-Town again. Jacksonville, Florida's in the house. Hey. Armelio, Texas, San Francisco, California, Alabama, Hawaii. Big mahalo to our family in Maui and Kauai, and also on a big island, and Oahu, better known as Honolulu. Big up to Cleveland, Ohio's in the house. Boston's in the house. Texas is in the house. Dallas is in the house. Yeah, Houston. What up, Eric? I still got you as our admin. That's funny. I still have you as a moderator on here. I don't know. It just keeps you on there. Big up to our family in Fairfield, California. Alabama's in the house. Canada's in the house. Washington's in the house. Oh my gosh, we got everyone on here. Normally I'm used to our family on FB, so I get all our family members in. Washington again, DC's in house. DC's representing big time. Oahu, what's good, Oahu? I used to be in your neck of the woods for a long time. Oahu, Hawaii is in the house. Mahalo to y'all. Queens, New York is in the house. We've got Indiana, Munster, Indiana's in the house. DC again represent. Seattle is in the house. BX, Mount Vernon, what's good, Jose? Jose, you're off work tonight. What's good? You joining us? Big up to Jose. Colorado's in the house. Baltimore's in the house. Hey, Virginia's in the house. Hey, Nicole. Nicolamus. MV, you know I represent Mount Vernon, New York. Can't stop, won't stop. Vancouver's in the house. Indiana's in the house. Okay, so we're getting there. Did I get everybody? Virginia. So Bama's in the house. So listen, we got to get all our family member in the Caribbean. You know, that's my family's playing ground in the Caribbean. So big up to our family in Bahamas, big up to our family in, especially in Puerto Rico. They're starting to get some of their, they're starting to acclimate to more electricity. They're getting some of their life back. So big up to our family in Puerto Rico, especially in San Juan. Big up to our family in the Virgin Islands, St. Croix, St. Kitts, St. Thomas, St. John. Big up to our family in Barbuda that they're starting to get a little bit of more normality in Barbuda. Big up to our family in St. Bart's. Big up, St. Bart's is another francophonic family. Big up to our family in St. Martin, St. Martin. Big up to our family in Trinidad and Tobago. Big up to St. Lucia. You know you, Maitreya, that's right, St. Lucia. My people in St. Lucia and Martinique. Big up to our family in Jamaica, especially in Queens, especially in St. Anne. Big up to our family in Jamaica. Big up to our family over West Virginia's in the house. I see you over there. Big up to our family in the Turks and Caicos. You guys always say I forget about you. They always call me and say, listen, FleurBrun, you know we represent in Turks and Caicos for the family. So big up to our family in Turks and Caicos. Big up to our family in Haiti. Ça passe to my francophonic family. Big up to our Dominicana family. Big up to y'all. Big up to our family going to Curacao. Big up to our family. Guyana's in the house. What up, Guyana? French Guyana and Suriname. Big up to y'all, which is more in South America. Big up to our family. Let's go to Central America. We've got a huge family, everybody. So you know how I give shout outs. Go get your snacks. You know I give shout outs for the first 10 minutes. I'm so New York. That's just what I am. Big up to our family in Honduras. Big up to our family in Costa Rica. Big up to our family in Panama. You know I got family in Panama. They're dancing right now, being wild. Big up to our family in, of course, in Mexico, our Mexican family. Big up to our family in El Salvador. Big up to our family in Belize. Big up to our family in going more towards Ecuador. Big up to our family in Venezuela. Big up to our family in, we're going towards Paraguay. Big up to our family in Colombia. Big up to our family in Tampa, Florida. Hey, I see you, Tampa. Yugoslavia is in the house. What up, Yugoslavia? Oh, we'll get to Europe because a couple people calling me that last week and saying I was missing a couple of our family members in Europe. So, you know, I always get you guys, but let's make it through to Central and South America. Big up to our family in Peru. Big up to our family in, of course, you know, our exodus is going to be, Australia's in the house. Big up to our family in Australia. I'm like sidebarring all over the place. Big up to our family, of course, in Brazil. You know, you know, we'll be in Brazil in a couple years in our exodus. So get ready, get your passports on, get your drums on, get your body right so we could be halfway clothesless eating mangoes. I'm joking. I'm really not. Montreal's in the house. Hey, Montreal. Anyway, so big up to y'all. Big up to our family in Europe. Let's go to Europe. I got to give a big up to our family in Czechoslovakia. We have quite a few family members in Czechoslovakia, and also we have family member in Bulgaria. We have family members in Poland. Yes, we do. Our family is vast, and we touch every corner of this earth. We touch every part of this earth, inner earth, outer earth, Earth and also on the galactic planes. So big up to our family in Poland. Big up to our family, of course, in Ireland, especially in Dublin, Shannon. Big up to our family in Greenland. Big up to our family in Iceland. Big up to our family in Portugal. Big up to our family in Greece and Spain. Big up to our family in the south of Italy, especially near Naples. Big up to y'all. Big up to our family in France, especially Marseille, and Paris, you know. So big up to our francophonic family in France. Big up to our family in, did I say, oh, wait, of course, our Netherlands family. We got a huge family in the Netherlands. Big up to our family in Finland, Holland, Denmark, Switzerland, Sweden, and in Amsterdam, chiefing it as we talk. Big up to our family, we're going low in Turkey. Big up to our family going in, you know, our family is already engaged and planning their wedding. They were part of our family. They met in New York based on this platform. The two of them from two different worlds, almost like Romeo and Juliet, one from Palestine and one from Israel. They met in New York, my old neck of the woods, fell in love, and now they're going to get married. So big up to our family who's getting married, that are from two different worlds, that were adverse to each other culturally and otherwise. And you see how that became, they bonded together, had no other adversity when they were in New York, and now we're going to have, hopefully, babies in the future. Honduras is in the house. Okay, big up to our family there. Big up to our family in in Pakistan. Big up to our family in Palestine. Big up to our family in Dubai. You know, my homegirls are in Dubai still. No, they were in Abu Dhabi a couple weeks ago, and now they're in Dubai. They're having a good time. They're very stushy. A lot of the West Indians know what that is, stushy, bougie. And they're enjoying themselves. They're free. They're clear. They have no children, and they're enjoying the divine feminine consciousness, enjoying everything about it. So big up to our sea stars that are in Dubai right now. Big up to our family in, big up to our Beverly Hills family. Listen, they always say forget about them because they say I'm embarrassed that they're bougie and they drink rosé. This is what they called and told me. I can't joke about this. They said I'm embarrassed of them because they're bougie and they drink rosé. Big up to our family in the Beverly Hills because they blowing spots right now. All this pedophilia and stuff coming up is because my homies up in Beverly Hills blowing spots. So big up to the Beverly Hills family. See, I shouted you out. Big up to our family in San Francisco as well. Let's go back to the Middle East. Big up to our family in Kuwait. Big up to our family in Kuwait, and also, oh goodness, I'm baby on the brain. Ugh. Anyway, big up to our family in Saudi Arabia. We have a huge family in Saudi Arabia. Big up to our family in Iran. I have actually two really good friends from Iran. So big up to y'all. And they actually listen to the show whenever they get a chance. They usually listen to it when they go over to Europe and UK. Oh, big up to our family in UK. I did not forget about England, but big up to our family in the UK and England. Big up to our family in, let's go to Africa. In Yemen. Thank you, Shannon, kicked it off. Big up to our family in Yemen. We got a huge family in Yemen. You know, that's a very Anunnaki, you know, a lot of Anunnaki seedlings are over there, the star seeds, the kin to the Anunnaki. So big up to our Yemen family. Big up to our family in Ethiopia. Big up to our family in, Pakistan. I did say Pakistan. Big up to our family in South Africa. Big up to our family in Liberia. Big up to our family in Tanzania. Big up to our family in Ghana. Big up to our family in Kenya. Big up to our family in Nigeria. Big up to our family in Ghana and the Congo. You know, I have such a connection to our Congo family because they're very francophonic over there. So anytime I meet our Congo people, they love speaking French to me, and I love speaking French to them because they still have that dialect still. Big up to our family in Mozambique. You know, my family in we have lots of family members in Mozambique, and you know what's so crazy? I know this, and it's one of the places because it's almost like in the back of my mind. I never give a big up to Mozambique. So big up to our family in Mozambique. Let's go over to, I said big up to our family in Australia and also in New Zealand. Big up to our family in Alaska. They got on me because I didn't big up to our family in Alaska. I try to get everywhere as much as possible. Big up to our family, our Samoan family. Big up to our family in Vietnam. Big up to our family in Thailand. Big up to our family in oh gosh, you know, it's, oh goodness, you know when I get quiet, it's like one place that I always say and it's not there, and I just spoke to two of the gentlemen who are living there now. Okay, big up to our family in Bali. Big up to our family in, Oh goodness, Naples. Big up to our family. I said Naples already. Big up to our family in India, especially in Bangladesh. Big up to our family in Japan. We got a hip hop family. You know, as you know, I know a lot of people who are in a dance sect because I dance. So, what's a Kiki session? We'll get in that in a minute, Jeffrey. That's later. So I know a lot of people in the dance. So some people know me. It's so interesting because I talk about naturopathic medicine. I talk in so many different arenas of genres that I meet people on all different sects. So you never know who knows FleurBrun from her dancing days, from her naturopathic days, from her agricultural days, from her spoken word days, from her college crazy days, from her animal rights days. I walk in many different worlds, and I'm grateful for that. So a lot of times people come to this platform, why we have such a huge platform from so many different places, is specifically because I'm a woman of a certain age, and I've touched so many different areas, arenas. So anyway, so let's give a kickoff. You know, we got a shout out to our galactic family. You know, the Andromedans are always holding it down for FleurBrun. I'm connected to the Andromedan Sea Stars. I'm grateful that they allot for this platform and for my protection, and for many of us Sea Stars to show up. So big up to our Sea Stars, our Andromedan Sea Stars. Big up to the Arcturian contactees. Big up to the Pelagians contactees and kin. Big up to the Anunnaki, the nigga serpent line. Big up to the Zeta Reticulans, starting to do a cloning program. Big up to the tall whites that are causing a lot of controversy right now with the Trump administration. Big up to the fairy realm, those connected to the fairies and the gnomes, and those who are starting to have the interconnection with the fairies. Also big up to our aquatic family, the Nomos, and those connected to the Mer people that are now starting to have dreams in water. I think it's beautiful that many of you are connecting to your kin of, you know, from past lives and present lives and parallel lives. So it's beautiful to see that interaction actually coming to life as we're entering the age of Aquarius. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. We got to clean up shop, yo. So big up to the blue avians starting to come through. The blue avians usually don't get involved, but they're coming through. A lot of people are having some sort of interaction with the blue avians. I'm not sure why, but they're starting to come through. Big up, because, you know, Barry Littleton always talks about Sasquatch. Big up to the Sasquatch contactees, including all the Native American kins. Oh, big up to Skittles always tells me, big up to the Saurians. That's right, Skittles. Skittles, one of the contactees and kin to the Saurians. Big up to the Lyrians, always representing in the house. Meow. So anyway, so you know we have a masterful night. I cannot wait for you to meet. If you don't know this masterful, wonderful, iconic sea star, she is the matriarch. She is the mother, the matriarch of the Matrix. She is the original OG Oracle, and she is going to join us and grace us tonight. I'm very grateful she decided to come on tonight. It will be such a treat for many of us. So, no further ado, let me just give you an idea. If you don't know who Sophia Stewart is, let me give you an idea. I'll give you a little bit of a PR on her. She was considered a child prodigy. She's a prolific writer and a poet, a creative genius. I agree wholeheartedly. That's usually what they used to describe her. She had a Bachelor of Arts degree in journalism and she majored in law and psychology while attending the university. She studied under the guidance of many celebrated authors and writers such as Max Siegel, a former journalist of New York. I know Max. Publisher, editor, essayist, critic, Emil Kapua, and Paul Cherry, a playwright from Broadway. She also served as an intern for television for public broadcasting station WNet 13 when she worked with Oscar award-winning film documentary producer Perry Miller Adato. Her graduating class was honored with a special letter citation from President Jimmy Carter. Wow, that's amazing. And in 1979, her love and skills for writing motivated her to write, to move to New York, to move from New York. So she moved from New York to Los Angeles. And she went to the University of Southern California, USC. I'm sorry, I want to make sure I get a lot of her background so you get an idea of her intellectual status, so you know her educational background. She has received numerous awards over the past couple of years. after earning her Rosa Parks Awards. Wow, she earned a Rosa Parks Award for the NAACP in December of 2005. She also got an honor award for empowering the people of Las Vegas Music Awards in September 2006. She was nominated for international award called Lifting Up the World with a Oneness Heart, an award offered to people who have made exceptional contributions to the human family. Can you hear this, family? This is a phenomenal woman. This is the matriarch of the Matrix. She's affectionately known as the mother of the Matrix. She wrote The Third Eye, and we'll get into that. The Third Eye is where they got the basis for the movie The Matrix, which they stole. And we'll actually have her come and speak on her behalf, according to this. So, so with no further ado, let me go into the queue and find our wonderful oracle. Let's see. I don't see anyone in the queue. This is, oh, here they go. Okay. I got a little nervous. I saw the queue was empty. I was like, they better stay, they better keep our lines open for this show. Okay. So let me find, Sophia Stewart. Hold on, family. Let me just make sure I find her in the queue. I think I see her here. Okay. Peace, C-Star. Peace, Oracle. Is this you?
Yes, hi. I was trying to let you know I was in the queue.
Oh, perfect. Okay, hold on.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Let me just get you on speaker so that everybody can hear you online. We're live on YouTube, and everyone's quite excited. We have a full house tonight for you, Mother of the Matrix, you matriarch, and the original I call you the OG Oracle. You are the original Oracle.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
How are you this evening?
I'm doing great. And you?
I am doing well. I'm very excited and I'm very grateful that you have joined us tonight on Aquarius Rising Ninth Gate. This is a wonderful, empowering show especially for wonderful women with such masterful accomplishments such as yourself. And we honor you as you've created one of the finest written works that many people utilize and utilize in their verbiage daily, talking about the Matrix and Terminator, what have you. So I wanted you to give a little bit of could you do a little kind of an introduction of yourself? Everyone knows who you are, but if you don't mind, just so for those who are coming from other countries.
Oh, no, yes, my pleasure. Hi, everyone. My name is Sophia Stewart. I wrote The Matrix and the Terminator, and I'm also the owner, besides being the creator of the work. I'm also the owner of it. I won my court case, a second court case in federal court, in the federal courts of Salt Lake City, Utah, on September the 25th, 2014. So all of those smears and innuendos that y'all are looking at on the internet, it's just a lot of crock, calling me an urban legend. I donate this. It's just a lot of smears that Warner Brothers and the Wachowskis and other people put out to try to deter you guys from the truth. But, of course, the truth is stronger. So, you see, here I am right here tonight to give you a very good show and to let you know that the Terminator and the Matrix are one epic story. And that Sarah Connor is really Neo's mother.
Woo! Wait a second. Oh my gosh.
Is the Matrix.
You just blew us away. Hold on. Did you just say that Sarah Connor is the mother of Neo? I'm getting chills right now.
That's right. The Terminator End Time Revelation is the prequels. Prequels means the beginning of the epic story.
Yes. Oh,
That's right.
This is amazing.
The Terminator goes into the future, which is the Matrix is in the future. It's past, present, and future time travel.
Yes, absolutely.
The Terminators are coming from the future where they've heard the Oracle's prophecy that a child is going to be born that's going to destroy them in the future when they enslave mankind. because what I wrote was the second coming of the Christ, not the first coming that's in the Bible, but Revelation said he'd come back, and I'm telling the story what happens to bring him back, because what I wrote was the second coming of the Christ, the evolutions of consciousness, man versus the machines.
Yes.
So I knew in the future that the machines would enslave mankind, and that the baby, the one, and Jesus was the only one called the one by John the Revelator, which is Neo. N-E-O-O-N-E. Neo is an anagram for sneaking way of calling him the one.
The one. The one. Oh, this is awesome.
N-E-O-O-N-E. One and the same.
Absolutely.
So John Connor's J.C., Jesus Christ, grows up to be Neo in the Matrix.
Oh, my gosh.
And his mother is Sarah Connor. And when you see the first 3 Terminator movies and the first 3 Matrix, the Terminator goes right into the Matrix, because the prophecy tells the machines that this baby is going to wipe them out. So the Terminator has to travel to the past.
Yes.
Time travel. When you see him landed naked without shame, he's a microchip clone cyborg naked without shame. He's naked without shame because he doesn't know he's a machine until they tell him to go put some clothes on.
Yes. Yes.
But he's there to terminate Sarah Connor so she won't have the baby.
So they were
And
trying
then when you see the second Terminator, he has the baby. He's a teenager.
Yes.
But he hasn't awakened up consciously because it's evolutions of consciousness. He hasn't, but he knows the Terminator is trying to kill him. And then there's a Terminator that comes to save the mother, and there's a Terminator that comes to save him.
Yes.
And then in the third Terminator, he's a man-child, but he doesn't know who he is yet, and he's taken to the city, which is in the Matrix.
Yes.
And he's hidden there until the revolution starts, or the rebellion.
Yes.
The Reloaded is the rebellion. And the rebels come and they find him when he reaches 30 years of age.
30.
And they take him to Morpheus, and Morpheus is like the John Baptist character. He teaches him how to fight and prepare for the machine. They take him to the oracle for the prophecy and get him ready for the machine. He goes through the pod, and his human side dies, and he ascends into his light body. He's flying, but he's not Superman. He's able to touch the mirror, go into other dimensions. He's able to dodge the bullets. He's able to jump into Agent Smith's body, where matter goes into antimatter, because Agent Smith is a machine.
Yes.
He's a program. He's antimatter. So any physical matter going into antimatter blows it up.
Yes. Yes. Two can't coexist in the same space.
That's why you didn't understand the story without the Terminator, because they're one.
So the Terminator came out
in the same epic story.
The Terminator came out in
the
1984.
Terminator came out October the 26th, 1984.
84.
The Matrix came out March the 31st, 1999. What I wrote was a script in a book. Wow. The book consisted of the characters, the graphics, the special effects, the themes, the logos where the numbers, the binary codes, the 1 and the 0 is falling down, and the green set, all of that stuff, and the red and blue peel, all of that comes from me.
That's amazing.
It's in the Third Eye Matrix book, the Third Eye Matrix. Matrix is the Latin word for the woman's womb.
Woo! Say it again. Because yes.
The woman is going to have children, God's children, versus the artificial intelligence, the AI. So God's children versus the machines.
Wow.
Well, God's children come through the matrix, which is the womb, Latin word for the woman's womb, and they're born with souls. Because while you're in the woman's womb, you are a three-dimensional being. The first 11 weeks is water, blood, and spirit. Water, blood, and spirit. Spirit is the astral body. Mm-hmm. And the doctor will not perform an abortion at 12 weeks because he will be killing a living soul.
That's right.
When the second body is 36 weeks or 9 months. And the soul attaches with a little silver cord to the physical body.
Yes.
The soul is the third body, which is called magnetism, vibrancy, vibration, energy, which is the source, which is life, which is God. And this is how God's children. Look at the word matrix. The word matrix is a 7,000-year-old generic word that comes from the King James's Bible. Google it while I'm speaking. It's mentioned 5 times in the scriptures.
Wow.
3 times in Exodus, 2 times in Numbers. Exodus 34th chapter, 19th verse, God says, "He who opens the matrix is my children, born in the womb."
Oh my gosh.
The womb of a female.
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh. And that's why all
the
this...
difference between a man and a woman is the womb.
Yes.
No man upon the earth can be called a woman because he can never have a womb and an umbilical cord to feed the baby that grows inside of us for 9 months.
That's right. That's
So
right.
if a man comes to a doctor and he tells him to cut off his penis, he becomes a Frankenstein monster because he becomes androgynous like the angels, a third of them that fell to the earth. And they said, let us create our own children because they got jealous of God's children that have souls.
Yes.
And they started to create mankind, or a kind of man, but not a living soul. Because the living soul could only be created through the womb, the woman's matrix.
That's right.
So the androgynous angels who had no sex was jealous of God's children that had sex in the womb. So they started creating their own test tube babies, petri dish babies, artificial babies, inseminated babies, clones, and of course, microchip clone naked cyborgs.
That's right.
That are androgynous because they cannot have any children.
No, they can't.
They cannot replicate the duplicate. Cannot duplicate. Cannot have a baby. No womb. No matrix. So the world ends with the artificial intelligence, and it continues with God's children, the womb.
Yes.
The matrix.
Yes. And Zion, isn't Zion Zion is where the people are actually biologically, naturally created, and they're actually humans, as opposed to those who are genetically modified. They're actually the last humans that were on.
Well, we don't have to call it Zion. We're going to call it the matrix, the womb. The woman's womb is where the real, and they are not below the earth. They above the earth.
Nice.
They're not below. As above, so it's below. God's children is above. We're the sun.
Wow.
They are children of the sun, the sunlight, because the sun gives oxygen. It oxygenizes the plants, and it gives forth energy, and it grows plants because the woman eats from the earth, and that's where she's embodied, from eating from the earth. That's where she feeds her babies.
Yes.
And everything that's below the earth is like the vampires. They're in darkness, and the darkness you cannot thrive. There is no image in the mirror. There is no soul, soulless. The children of chaos and the children of the sun. And the children below the sun are born from artificial. They're not, they're androgynous. They cannot give forth. So if a doctor cut out a woman's womb, then she becomes an androgynous being.
Wow.
And if he cuts off a male penis, he becomes an androgynous, like Frankenstein. When Frankenstein was created, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, that was a monster because all it could do was kill, because it could not bring forth any life, because it had no life in it. So if you go to a doctor and you tell the doctor to give you an artificial body, then all he's doing, you're paying him $40,000 to mutilate you, And you have no purpose here on earth because everything that God created was created with purpose. Your fingers have purpose, your lung has purpose, your blood, your body, your sweat glands, your tongue, your mouth, your eyes, everything that God created was created with a purpose. And everything that man created was created to serve a purpose. Because if a doctor puts false breasts on you, then they are not breasts that can give forth any milk. They cannot feed a baby. They're there for show. But they're false growth because they have no purpose. That's what a false growth is. It was not born with a purpose. It was born to serve a purpose. So what purpose is it serving? Oh, yes, a scourge. It is a scourge, an abomination upon the earth, a contagion. What does it do? It infects. A virus. That's where you see the viruses in the Matrix. I am the writer and the creator of the Matrix and the Terminator. And if you don't believe it, then Google everything that I'm speaking about.
Wow.
In fact, the people who stole it had no idea that the word matrix came from the Bible.
Wow. Wow.
People ask me, do you own the word matrix? I say, no one can own the word matrix. It is a 7,000-year-old generic word just like cola.
Wow.
No one can own cola, but you can own Pepsi-Cola,
Yes.
Coca-Cola, RC Cola, Shasta Cola, because it has a formula
Yes.
that belongs to you. And so I own the Matrix, the characters, the graphics, the special effects, the theme, the plot.
Yes.
It came from me, the Terminator. Terminator End Time Revelation, the end time. Just like I said, there's Matrix Poker, Matrix Toyota, Matrix Insurance, Matrix Convergence, but it's not the Matrix with Neo, Trinity, and Morpheus.
Wow.
Now you understand you can get Apple, and somebody can try to give you Applejack, but Applejack is not Apple.
That's true. That's true. Absolutely.
So now I'm teaching people
You are.
the illusions or the programs that man can install in you. Can you imagine installing programs that I'm a myth, that I'm an urban legend, that I don't exist,
Wow.
that I didn't win the court case, where they've been paying off the media to hide the truth from you guys? But now you guys are getting the truth on these pedophiles and people
Yes.
who have hurt and harmed others that they thought was never going to come out because they had been paying the media for years to lie to you guys, for years to put you guys in the Matrix.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What do y'all think the angels' children, when they start creating their children, mythology, the miniature, Cyclops, the giants, the fairies, the trolls, Medusa, okay, miniature, the half bull, half man, bestiality. You remember all these mythology characters? Apollo,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Diana, the huntress. They had supernatural gifts. The angels' children that you guys know as mythology. I am talking about digital downloading in 1980 while I'm at USC Film School. I am writing The Matrix and the Terminator. I'm from New York City, the boogie down,
That's
the Bronx.
Oh, snap. That's right. We were talking about that.
I wrote a script in the book. Yes.
That's right, from the BX.
New Yorker.
Everything was set. You listen, there was so much stimulated out of the Bronx. We got to give props all day. Hip hop, everything was stimulated out of the Bronx. It's like an open vortex of talent that just was created of
That's right. So Matrix and Terminator was born in the Bronx.
Oh, love it.
How
Can't
about
stop.
that?
Word. The New York brethren are going crazy right now. Yes, yes. Giving props. Big up to the BX.
Yes, all of New York be very proud.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because when you were telling people I moved from New York to go to school at grad school at USC.
Yes, yes.
And Matrix and Terminator was born, and it becomes the greatest story of all time.
Absolutely.
And they're one. They're not separated. The body comes back together like Osiris's body.
Yes.
You can cut it up into thousands of pieces, but it'll come back together because it's one. One body of work. And the continuation is Matrix 4, the fourth installment, which Warner Brothers offered me, guess what?
What?
$30 million for this script because it's going to make $6 billion.
Absolutely.
$3 billion in ticket sales because Star Wars 2016,
yes, Jose.
it was wrecking effect, but it made $2 billion off of free ticket sales. That's what saved Disney.
Yes.
The movie was horrible. They had to get J.J. Abrams to come in and save it. But what really saved it was the $2 billion in free ticket sales. Now, Matrix have not been on the screen in 14 years.
That's crazy.
2003 was the last Matrix. I have been feeding the Matrix fans since 2010. 7 years. It's 2017 now. And people have been buying the Matrix 4 book, the continuations of the Matrix all over the entire world.
Yes, yes. It infects
Can
everyone.
you imagine the fourth installment?
And
it's going to make another $1 to $3 billion in real 3D because in 1999, March the 31st, 1999, when the Matrix came out, there was no real 3D. So now Matrix, which is quantum physics,
yes,
sacred ancient geometry, calculus jumping off of the screen, you're going to see it in real-time 3D. Another $3 billion. And it won 4 Oscars in 1999.
That's amazing.
One of the only science fictions to win 4 Oscars. But the Oracle prophecy, Matrix 4 is going to win 7 Oscars.
Wow. Wow. This is awesome. I know it to be. We're super psyched to see it show up on the screen. We support you all day. And it's so interesting that you kind of gave us the entire background of the interconnection between the Matrix and the Terminator. Because even though I kind of knew that, the way that you brought it and you fielded it together is so masterful. But of course we wouldn't know this because one came out in 1984 and the other one came out in the 90s. So a lot of us didn't even know because we didn't know of you. And obviously the ones who had stolen your work had no clue where these things came from. It wasn't originally sourced from their minds. So of course they wouldn't know what was linked together.
Their minds couldn't have perceived it. You have to be a visionary.
Yes.
Because what I was talking about was digital downloading in 1980. I'm playing computer games and digital downloading where Trinity tells Hank to download her so she can fly the helicopter. I'm talking about body scanners, food scanners, computerized warfare with drones. I'm talking about the Illuminati, the Rockefellers, which are the Rothschilds and the Rockefeller, where I can combine their names. I'm talking about the Federal Reserve and the Trilateral Commission in 1980. Before 35 years later, before it became into you guys' consciousness.
Absolutely. Before we were able to feel
the Third Eye book. That's right. The Third Eye book and script, which people have bought around the entire world since 2005. Matrix and Terminator, I've been selling it since 2005 around the entire world. People are getting autographed copies of the book. Yes. Astronomical. The film commissioner from Dubai called me where he wants Matrix 4 filmed over in that tallest building in Dubai where they filmed Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise. He was over that. And he called me personally because he will give me all kinds of incentives to film Matrix 4 over there. You guys have no idea how many famous directors have come to wine and dine me for the Matrix 4,
They all want the
for
gems.
the fourth installment.
No, they need to honor the
And how
mother.
many bankers have called me, bankers and investors. It would blow your mind because they know that they're going to make $6 billion immediately. Soon as they do the press conference and make the announcement,
That's right.
it will go right off the charts with Keanu Reeves coming back, Morpheus, Lawrence Fishburne, Carrie Ann Moss, Jada Pickett, and a host of others coming back, and some new characters introduced in Matrix 4. I have Illuminati fan base, the Rothschilds and Leo Zagami from Italy, Rome, and a multitude of 250 million people, every race, color, creed, tongue, and nationality across the world, waiting to see the fourth installment of The Matrix. In fact, the book is formatted in script form. So when you read it, my fans say they love it because they get a movie visual.
Absolutely.
They can actually see the Matrix 4 movie. And I'm introducing new alien technology in the fourth installment. I'm talking about a virtual penal system, a universal card that's going to be used,
Wow.
a universal driving license that's chipped with all of your DNA and information. I'm talking about a virtual skateboard, a wireless engine that Morpheus and Neo is driving in. Do you know what a wireless engine is? Engine with no carburetor, no kind of liquid, no wires to it. It starts up with a musical note that Morpheus blows his musical note. You've seen it on the 2013, 2012 Super Bowl commercial with Morpheus. Anybody go and Google it right now. The Super Bowl commercial with Morpheus blowing the musical note. It's the Kia commercial. They got it right out of Matrix 4
Wow.
book.
Wow. Wow.
The little towns, and they got 5 million hits right away. And you see the reversal of gravity where the cars are flying up. You can Google it right now and look at it while I'm speaking. Go pull up the Kia Super Bowl commercial with Morpheus and the wireless engine car, because I have all these product placement in the Matrix 4. And Kia used one of the placements for their car. But I'm talking about an engine, wireless engine. That's why it's gliding, and that's why the cars are the reversal of gravity. The cars are flying up. Look at the commercial as I'm speaking about it. Google it right now. That came right out of the Matrix 4 book.
Wow.
It is so hot. Just that little tiny bit blew the fans away. Can you imagine what's in that whole entire book? That is so futuristic that everybody in Hollywood wants it.
Absolutely. They want it because they can't
They
create
read the
it.
book.
Yeah. Yeah. That's amazing.
Well, they're going to make over $6 billion. That is not. That's why the script is worth $30 million. The highest script that went for Star Wars was $12 million. The Matrix
supersedes
4 will
that.
be $30 million.
It supersedes
it's
that.
It's going to be one of the biggest movies to hit the screen in 2019, 2020.
I love it. And
It should be done probably approximately by 2019. No later than 2020, it will be on the screen either 2019 or 2020. And it will break all records. And the lines will be wrapped around the building.
That's as they should.
And it will be sold out immediately.
I love it. I love it. As they should, Mother of Matrix.
You can't get a ticket in the house.
This is awesome. And because it is...
It's the truth.
It is divine truth. It is coming from strictly from your your own prophecy that you created in your youth. And they took it and thought that they could source it out and make money off of it, but they didn't realize the originator is still around and that you had more to share. But they can't go and do it on their own.
Well,
they have to go through you.
They knew that I was, no, they knew I was around. Now listen, they knew I was around. It was inspired by God, and they knew I was around because the copyrights have my address on it. When you get the Third Eye book and the Matrix 4 book, go to my website, truthaboutmatrix.com or matrixterminator.com. Matrixterminator.com is Matrix Terminator is one word. MatrixTerminator.com or truthaboutmatrix.com. Get the books. They're ebooks and physical books. And they knew about it because on my copyrights are my address, Bronx, New York.
Wow.
Riverdale, New York.
Riverdale.
Everybody knows that's the Bronx.
That's right.
Dig down. That's right.
You on the Riverdale side.
My address is on the copyright.
That's a shame. That's a
Yeah,
shame.
the copyrights are in the book.
Yep. So they knew it, and they knew you were located. Okay.
So they knew who I was, but they knew where I was. They knew where I located. They know a woman wrote it. It only could be written from a woman's point of view because the Matrix is the woman's womb.
That's right.
Only a woman having a baby knows about this experience.
Exactly.
The female, feminine energy, because the male comes out of us. We don't come out of the male penis head, their little penis hole. They come out of our matrix womb, the mother. I am Ma. I am is an anagram for Ma. A-M-M-A, Ma. I am Ma. I am mom. I am mother. I am the female feminine energy of creativity.
That's right.
And you are spawned in my matrix, my womb.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
You came out, male energy came out of me.
We can create both male and female, whereas males can't create either. So yes, it would make sense. It makes sense that
that's right. Male cannot create. They can only spread the seeds, and if they cut off their penis, they can no longer spread the seeds upon the earth, so they have no purpose. You cut off your penis, you mutilate yourself. You will just become a thing. That's all you will be. You will be neither male nor female, and that's what the artificial intelligence wants, the machine, because they have no gender. The machines have no gender, and they don't want you to have any gender, and they go in there and start manipulating the baby's gender so that babies cannot have, the female babies cannot have any children.
Yes.
Because the cycle of life begins with the mother's womb, because every time someone is being born, someone is dying, and every time someone is dying, someone is being born.
Yes.
The cycle of life is complete, it's balanced. The moment someone dies, someone is born. The moment someone is born, someone dies.
Yes.
It's all one cycle.
Cylindrical. It's cylindrical. Yeah, absolutely.
And it doesn't need any help from man. It doesn't need man to go out and kill people or vaccinate people and kill them or put chips in them or have mass murders of people with their corruption. God needs no help from you.
Yes, absolutely.
Everything is a complete cycle of obedience. Everything is born in a cycle of obedience except for God's children. The angels were so angry about that. Why, God, did you give those monkeys choice? We angels have the knowledge of God. We're indestructible. We can't die. But we have to obey the cycle of obedience.
Yes, of
we have
nature.
to obey.
That nature
the
has
insects
laws.
must obey. The
Yes.
animals must obey.
Yes.
The sun must obey. The stars, the water, the universe, the galaxy, the Milky Way. Everything upon the earth, including the angels, that was created in the universe, and everything within and without, must obey in the law of obedience, except for man. Man is the only one, God's children are the only one that can say to God, no, I don't want to do it today. No, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to create. No, I'm not going to eat. No, I'm not going to do whatever.
Well, they destroy. Well, most
They're
of
the
man.
only one
Yeah.
that can give a defiance unto God.
Well, isn't it more?
Everything else has to obey, including the angels.
Yes.
And listen carefully. The angels, the third of them that fell to the earth when Satan, which is called adversarial. When the adversarial went against the light of God and he was exiled to the earth, he was so upset because he has to be sealed into the abyss for a number of times. Then he has to be let loose, because as above, so is below. They're one. So he has to roam for a time, and then he has to be sealed for a time. And when he's sealed, that's when we have peace upon the earth.
Yes.
And when he's roaming, that's when we have chaos.
Yes.
But it's okay, because we're the only one that gets to say we don't want to be bothered with you. The only way Satan can come into your life is if you invite him in.
That's right. It has to, like a vampire. Like a vampire. He can only come in your house if you invite him. Yes.
If you invite him in.
I agree.
If you invite the wrong person in, then you are going to suffer the consequences.
I agree wholeheartedly.
So you have to be careful to let in. You know, you have to be careful what and who you let in.
Yes. What and who? So do you feel...
Because that's what happens.
A question for you, Sophia. Do you feel like there are beings here that are coexisting with us that are genetically modified beings? Meaning that they're encased with no souls, they're empty seeders. But they liken to man, they mimic man and human, but they're non-human based on the fact that they have no soul encased inside of their avatars.
Well, that's no avatar. Listen very carefully. James Cameron was teaching demon possession, and people must not talk about that.
Yes.
Because the avatar is an ascending master. It was a game that the children played, and what happened was James Cameron liked that name, and he sold that name. And he's teaching demon possession, because to take over somebody's body is to possess that body. That's
right.
Demon possession.
That's right.
And a body is not called an avatar, because an avatar is really an ascending master. And I've heard The Rock in this movie using it, and other people, and I have to correct them, because most people don't even know, except for the people who played the game, Avatar game, that they had a movie called Avatar and a game called Avatar, because it's an ascending master. He's a mystic. And what happened was the movie was getting ready to come out, and James Cameron snatched the name from them, and they had to call their movie The Airbender.
Oh, yes.
Avatar to Airbender.
Yes, I remember.
Because what happened is an ascending master, he controls the elements.
Yes.
He can control the elements of air, water, earth, and fire.
Yes.
Because he's an ascending master. And they call those ascending masters avatars. Because what happened is they come to the earth and they make great changes, wonderful changes to heal and help the earth. And so James Cameron liked the name, but he didn't understand what an ascending master is, an avatar.
Yes.
So he lied to the people to teach demon possession by calling an avatar and making people think it's okay to possess other people's bodies. That's demon possession.
That is.
That's called split personality. And that's called Sybil, where 16 spirits may occupy your body.
That's right. And there's a lot of people walking around with that to this day. And it's interesting because even in the movie...
Yeah, well, when they drink alcohol,
yes,
and they,
wine and spirits.
Like the alcoholics, and when they do drugs, they open up stargates.
That's right.
Called portals.
That's
and
right.
They let these spirits in. That's why they said that the liquor has spirits.
That's right.
Because what happens is the spirit comes in and occupies your body, which is called demon possession, and they go and they kill people while they push you out of the body. They use your body for an undetermined amount of time.
Yes.
And go out and commit the most wicked things,
yes.
Sexual things, where you be pregnant and didn't even know why you were pregnant or who got you pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And they be killing people with the DUIs and all that stuff, and you come through in the jail and don't know you killed somebody.
That's right.
Or you come to afterwards and say, I didn't do that. No, you didn't do it, but you allowed something to possess your body. And
yes,
God
you
wants
did.
me to tell you this.
That's
so
right.
You need to get these facts straight, because James Cameron is a witch, a warlock. They're teaching demonic things, and they wanted to use the Matrix and Terminator to teach the wrong things to you people.
Well, to make us more receptive, to devil worshiping, and also for allowance of these entities to walk in people, because the generation that we're existing in, alcohol and drug abuse is at its highest, and people cannot even coexist anymore without having a drink. I mean, I've known people who cannot not have a drink. Just to socialize, they need drinks, and it's perpetuated in every movie, every show, even in the reality shows. I heard, in the backstage, the directors and everything are pumping people full of liquor so that they do the most debaucherous things on these shows.
That's right. That's right. Because it lets down your inhibitions. It releases your inhibitions, and you are helpless.
What is your thought? Someone has a question.
That's what they want. That's why when somebody wants you to have sex with them or they want you to do something, they offer you drinks.
Yes, they do.
And drugs.
Yes, they do. They also offer you illicit drugs and drinks.
Take possession of you.
Absolutely. It allows for attachment.
Right, so they can steal your will.
I agree.
Because if they give you drinks and drugs, they can steal your will. Cocaine will become your master and make you do the most violent thing, like sucking off people and getting with people that you would find despicable to your spirit and your soul.
That's right.
And you can't help yourself. You would have to obey the cocaine. The cocaine will take your will from you and make you its master, and you have to obey it, even though you do not want to obey it. You want to kill yourself instead of doing something despicable, but the cocaine
And I heard that
will make you do the most violent things in the world.
So what's your
and take your will from you.
So what's your thought, Sophia, on marijuana? I personally don't believe in smoking, but I do think it can be utilized for medicinal reasons.
It naturally comes from the ground.
Yes.
Marijuana is a plant that naturally comes from the ground, and it has healing properties, and it has oils and other things that are healing.
Yes.
And when people start lacing marijuana with cocaine and PCP and all kinds of chemicals, that's when it becomes dangerous. But by itself, it's not dangerous.
No.
It has a healing. Tobacco is even not as bad, but until those tobacco people start putting all kinds of
chemicals
stuff in there.
Yeah, chemicals.
And chemicals
poisons.
And stuff to kill you.
Yes.
Yeah, but the natural tobacco plant will not kill you.
Well,
but the stuff that they put in the tobacco plant or with the weed is what is doing the harm to people.
I agree.
But anything that grows from the ground is unnatural.
I agree. Because even when I went to Puerto Rico and I saw a gentleman in a cigar shop wrapping cigars, he was I had no clue because I was going into just to see how cigars were created. He gave me the whole spiel that he said it's not the tobacco, like you said, because it is a natural herb that comes, and when it's wrapped nicely in its natural organic state, it's actually fine. But the fact of the matter, most cigarettes have like 50 million chemicals and carcinogens added to it to allow it to preserve it and also to make you addicted to it.
Yes, and that's what makes it horrible. And when they take the marijuana and they put all the stuff to it, that's what makes it harmful, because man is the evil or the devil, because the word devil is nothing but an Ebonics word for the evil.
Yes, honey, yes. Speak, Oracle. Break down the etymology.
The devil or the evil that enslaves his own kind upon the earth.
That's right.
By creating monstrous things to make money.
That's right. Unnatural things. Because if you notice, everything now is based in unnatural living, unnatural eating, unnatural sexual behavior. What would be considered anti-nature is now being promoted in massive droves. And it's interesting that one of a teacher who I was under the tutelage, Dr. Delbert Blair, had spoken about a time where bestiality, where necrophilia, where all forms of depraved sexuality, sodomy would become a normality, and it's usually at the end of a cycle where these things become normality, right before a cataclysm happens to cleanse off the earth.
Exactly, because to go into the sewer, to do anal sex is going into the sewer, because God created all these outlets to get rid of the waste and the poison out of the
I
body.
agree. I do agree.
We have our tear ducts when we cry out of our eyes, when our sweat glands release the waste and poison, when we blow our nose or we gawk out of our mouth. All of these openings, the mouth, the nose, the ears, the eyes, the sweat glands, the anus, these are letting out all the waste and the poison out of our body. So when somebody put a penis in your anus, it's a cesspool. It's where mess comes out of you, out of your colon. And
I
then
spoke
when
about this.
somebody is
Yes, I
pushing
spoke
it
about
back
this.
in you, it's putting it back into the body. It's putting diseases back into the body, and you have the little penis hole where the actual shit goes back into that penis hole. And if it's bloody, the shit goes into the bloodstream.
Oh, wow.
And that's where the Ebola, E. coli, AIDS, and all the STDs come from, is pushing this back into the body and through the bloodstream, and the body becomes diseased.
Yeah, I did do a video on that.
Those openings was to let everything out of our bodies.
Yes.
So our bodies can cleanse.
Well, I did a
not to push it back into the body.
Well, I did. It's interesting that you mentioned that.
Because the anus is connected to the colon.
Yes, I did a video.
Colon.
I just did a video speaking about anal tantra. A lot of the occultists are doing all these anal rituals on young boys to open up a part of their subconscious and to compartmentalize their brains through trauma, through anal sex, in order to control them, to put them under a form of mind control. And this is big in the industry, as you've probably heard of, and you have someone like Corey Feldman, who's now talking publicly, who spoke about years ago, talking about all the pedophiles, all these older men in the industry, in the film industry, who are perpetrating on young boys. And we heard about even Bambaataa from the hip-hop sect from our generation. You know, Bambaataa created the Zulu Nation, who was sodomizing young boys and gang raping them. And people sat there idly while they knew that this man was preying upon young boys. But because he had notoriety, because he had a little bit of money and change in his pocket, a lot of people just turned a blind eye to allowing our young boys to be violated. And I'm so grateful that now all these...
Yeah, that's happening all over, including Hollywood is the big cesspool of it.
Absolutely.
Hollywood is the biggest cesspool to erupt like a volcano in many years. They've been paying off the media, paying off senators, paying off politicians, paying off FBI and all kinds of justice people. They've been paying people off to keep that whole cesspool rocking over there. And it's horrible. Now it's blowing a fuse, and everything is coming out like a volcano.
Oh, the volcano! Oh, yes.
Up over there.
The floodgates are open, Sophia, and all is coming out during the age of Aquarius is coming back online. We're going into a new cycle, and all must be revealed. There is no stone that is being unturned at this point. I do agree. And it is necessary. We can't change what we don't acknowledge. And that way, we have to see everything. Some people are upset that we're seeing this and we're hearing this, but you can't change what you don't see and don't know. So the fact of the matter is, all of this coming out, as sad, as tragic as it is all for the benefit of us, or for humanity. Because we sat idly while a lot of these things were going on, and many people had no clue to the degree and to the deprivation of humanity that these beings were doing all kinds of occult rituals to a massive level on all of these young people in the industry and outside the industry. Child molestation has been happening for years, but it is spiked up over the last 20 years based on the film industry perpetuating subliminal pedophilia type of behavior on the screens. Subliminal type of over-sexing little children. All these kind of debaucherous type of advertisements that kind of perpetuate sex trafficking or hypersex or unnatural sex.
Yes, I see what you're saying exactly, because it's really horrible. But this is what the world is coming to, and this is the annihilations of the world. This is when the cataclysm come and wipe it all out and start all over again.
Reset. Absolutely.
And people don't realize that when such wicked evil comes upon the earth, that such wicked evil has to be annihilated. It cannot thrive. It cannot go on. And all the people who are part of that, they have to be wiped out.
They do.
And only the righteousness will survive to start all over again.
Because
only the righteous will survive to start all over again. That wickedness will be wiped out.
Because a lot of people are concerned, Sophia, that in the brown community, there's a hypersense of men, a lot of men suffering from erectile dysfunction, a lot of men that are no longer attracted to women, and they were saying it's a problem. But in my mind, if it's not healthy for reproduction, we should be grateful that people are not reproducing if they're not healthy. If they're not engaged in healthy sexuality, if they're not engaged in ways that are perpetuating, the universal laws of nature, then I think it's healthy for them not to create more seeds that have that same ailment, that same mind sickness. So I think it's good. Some people think it's a problem. It's really not. Yeah. So that's nature's way of saying if you're not healthy, if you're not healthy, then you can't create children. So then it will shut down their penises. It will make them not be able to perpetuate children. And I think that's fair and balanced. That's nature at its best. And I think we need to stop questioning it and just allow nature to be as she is. She will balance balance the pendulum, regardless if we want her to or not.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That it is just better and healthy for people to do and live healthy lives, and that way live not by the dictates of men who use money to kill them and slay them for just money, like the biopharmaceutical companies that are killing these people for money, and then all this other evil and wicked stuff that's going on here just because the angels were androgynous and they just can't stand to see God's children prospering and having babies and having children.
Only healthy things can perpetuate children, and only healthy things will have healthy children. So I think, a lot of people will use a lot of negative banter or criticize people who feel like if I say something is anti-nature, like I was talking about pedophilia and I was talking about anal sex and anal tantra, that, the yoni, your vagina, your stargate is an opening point, it's an entry point that is open to receive, information from the penis, from the wand. I call it the masterful wand. It's not everybody's wand is masterful, but that's what I call it when it enters the yoni space. But also, it's unnatural for one to utilize the exit point, which, yes, you have a release of waste coming out of the anal cavity, and to put something that is to create and seed life. I wouldn't put a seed in a pile of excrement that will break down the seed. That doesn't make sense. I would only put a seed somewhere where I know it can be nurtured and come to fruition. And I think it's very sad that our society is perpetuating unnatural sexual practices. I don't care what someone's sexuality is. That's just relative in itself. I just know that the laws of nature say that is not something that perpetuates life. And if it doesn't perpetuate life, then it perpetuates death.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. So, but this is so important. This is why we're speaking on this forum.
Absolutely.
This is why we're telling people, we're educating people, and we're reaching out because you tell 10 people, and 10 people tell another 100 people, another 100 people tell another 1,000 people, and it just spreads, and it goes on and on and on. And this is why communications are so important, and why it's so important to get the truth out there and wake people up, let the light bulb come on, because when they hear certain key things, they wake up from lies.
They do.
And people talking about it's political correct. It's a political lie. You want to be politically telling a lie, you want to tell the truth.
That's right.
Because if politics is the polite way of lying, then you don't need politics in your life at all. It's because look at the word political. or politicians. It's polite. A polite
Yes,
lie.
yes.
A
Politely
polite thing. It's
MKO through
political
your
to
mind. Yeah.
call people transgenders. It's political. It's not political to tell a lie.
Well, I think it's,
There are no doctor that can change a man into a woman. That is a lie.
well, yeah,
The difference between a man and woman is not your vagina
it's
or
your
your
womb.
penis.
It's your womb. Yeah, it's
But
the
if you
womb.
do away with your womb and your vagina and you do away with your penis, you're nothing.
Well, yeah,
You're androgynous like the angels.
the angels.
You are not male nor female. You're nothing.
But I know
But
because we have some androgynous people
Frankenstein.
Well, yeah, we know we have some transgender and people who are in between, and I find that they do have some angelic type qualities based on the fact that they no longer have a base sex. You know, I mean,
it has nothing to do with the quality. It has everything to do with the doctor. This is the deal. When people are confused in their body, if the female feels like a male, she needs more female hormones. Once the doctor put more female hormones into her, then she won't be confused, and she will function as a woman because it's her body that is liking the hormones.
Yeah.
And if a male is acting like he's a woman inside his body, he needs more testosterone. And then he will feel like a male and he will function.
Well, you know that's
it is the doctor's fault because the doctor doesn't teach this in school. There is no confusion in the person's body inside. They are confused about the signals their brains are getting from their body.
I agree with you.
Because of a lack of hormones
yes.
or a lack of testosterone.
Well,
yes. Now listen to what I'm saying. If the doctor would fix it in these people, they won't mutilate themselves. It is not right for a doctor to take $40,000 and mutilate you and not tell you the truth. If you want to be mutilated, at least go in there and ask the truth, and the doctor tell the person the truth that, I'm going to take your $40,000, but you're still going to be what you were born as, your body, because your fingerprints are the thing that identify you. And everybody has different fingerprints, but it tells you that this body is male and this body is female.
Yes, yes.
The doctor needs to explain this, because now listen to me. The people don't know these facts that I'm speaking to you about right now. They don't understand this. They don't understand there later on, 5 years from now, you want to change your mind. There is no going back because your doctor lied to you. And you find out that you've been lied to, because you will find out that you got lied to. The truth will come out. This is why it's important that people learn the truth right away so they can make the right decision. I'm not saying that people can't make decisions for themselves, but tell the people the truth and then let them make a decision. Because they're the ones who are going to be stuck with it, and they're the ones who are going to suffer because people change their minds all the time. And sometimes people don't know. They're confused. And when somebody lies to them and they find out the truth, it's devastating to them. This is not me telling people to do or not do. This is me giving them the facts so when they do something, they will have the facts that no one has ever told them, because people are afraid to speak the truth and tell people the truth.
Well,
the truth sets you free. It helps you. Truth is like medicine, bitter to the taste. But when it starts working on you, you start to feel good about yourself because you say, wait a minute, nobody told me that. I could have made a big mistake. You know how many times people found out something and they were going to do something and then they found out and they said, wow, I am so glad I didn't do that. I didn't know all the facts. I didn't know the truth about that. I am so glad I waited and got the full facts. This is why I speak the truth. It's not to change people's minds. It's not to say it's right or wrong, but to let them know what they're getting into so they can make the right decisions. The doctor needs to tell them, because the doctor won't tell them because they want the $40,000.
Well, doctors are always...
Do you want to go and get an operation and then and your doctor doesn't tell you the truth? You're going to be very, very upset.
Well, that's where we have an issue with them messing with the genetically modifying foods, putting a lot of estrogen in food, changing the sexual disposition of a lot of people. So I do agree that there's a lot of not with the doctors when it goes to a point where someone wants to get a sex change, it does go to that point. But prior to that, we have tons of soy, which is
Yeah, but they
estrogen.
can't change their sex. Listen to me.
Yeah.
They can't change your sex. They can only mutilate you. Listen carefully. There are play-ons of words that witches and warlocks use. They're called spells. That's why you got your butt whipped in school about your spelling. They didn't try to teach you about math because with math you create. Every architect, every engineer, every creator, inventor, Tesla, Da Vinci, all of them created with math. That's what architects and engineers, they deal with math. They don't want you to learn math because you're a creator. You'll be a creator. You'll be very intelligent. You'll open the eyes to other people. They want you to learn spelling. Because what does spells do? They're anagrams.
Yes.
Like, look at the word live, L-I-V-E. But the anagram is evil, E-V-I-L, but it's the same word. But when it goes forward, it's living, L-I-V-E. When it goes backwards, it's evil, E-V-I-L. There's only one battery in the car. It has a plus sign, and the other side is a negative sign. That's how the energy flow in the battery. When the energy is flowing positive, your car is driving well. When it flows backwards, your car is burning up or breaking down. Ooh. So what you need to know is that they cannot change your body. Your body is born a female or a male, and there is no doctor that can change it because he can't give you a penis if you're a woman. He cannot give you a penis. It won't happen. He'll take your womb out, mutilate you, but he can't give you a penis. He can't give a male a womb.
Yeah.
That's right. He'll cut his penis off, but he can't give him no womb. Now, both of the bodies are mutilated, and neither one of them are anything. They have no gender. They didn't change their gender. They took their gender away from them. That's what mutilation does. It takes it away from you where you're nothing. They didn't change nothing on you. They took away from you. It's adding and it's subtraction. Subtraction is negative. That's why it has a negative sign. Adding something is a plus. That's why it's greater. Because you're going to receive something. But when a doctor mutilates you, he has subtracted from you. He's taken something from you that can never be put back again. He didn't give you nothing in replace. He didn't give you nothing in place.
That's deep.
Of what he took.
That's deep.
You need to wake up. You need the light bulb to be put on. Subtraction is taken away from you. Adding is giving unto you. When a doctor takes from you, he took your money.
Okay.
He didn't give you anything. You're left in limbo. You're left in a hell. And then 5 years or 10 years from now, or 20 years from now, you're going to be, whoa, it's going to be horrible.
It's it's touchy subject, and it touches on all different layers of people's subconscious.
It's a touchy subject, but let me tell you something. I have spoken on the subject of God many times, and I can tell you unequivocally, it might be touchy for you, but when people hear the truth, they wake up. I don't care if they want to change or whatever they want to do. This world is about lying. It's about lying to people. And all I'm doing is giving people a chance to examine and see what the truth really is.
I understand. Absolutely.
If they're going to do something, that's their choice. I'm not taking their choices away from them. All I'm doing is letting them know that the people who are getting something from them is lying to them. And what are they giving back to them?
I understand.
For that money, for that lie.
What about people who are starting to make...
This is why I teach it.
So what do you think about, Sophia, with people trying to change their bodies and add mechanical parts, like starting to become more transhumanism? What is your thoughts on transhumanism?
That is horrible, too, because man was not meant to be fused with metal. Metal is chemical. Man's body is not meant to be fused with metal. That's why a lot of people are dying from poison that comes from the metal that they're fusing those people with. You were never meant to be fused with metal.
And what do you think
It
about
kills you.
What do you think about
Metals are chemicals. The chemicals poison the bloodstream.
I agree.
That's why when they put those mash and they put all that, you can look at all the lawsuits. Look at all the lawsuits that are going around the world. All these lawsuits, class action lawsuits, because of what they're doing to the people, and they're not telling the people the truth. Do you want 5 and 10 years from now? It's a class action lawsuit because they didn't tell you the truth.
That's true.
They didn't tell you the truth that you can't be fused with metal. Why not give them some kind of other
Organic,
but not with metal.
Organic
metal
material.
Is nothing but chemicals. Metal is made out of chemicals.
Do you feel that
metal is a chemical compound?
Do you feel?
Listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Even too much iron. Wait a minute. Too much iron in the body will poison you.
Yes, I've learned
you know that.
Yes.
Too much iron in the body will kill you.
I learned that personally.
So what do you think metal is?
Yep, absolutely. Even with taking.
You asked me these questions. I studied to be a lawyer and a doctor. I studied to be a lawyer and a doctor. That's why I have a major in law and psychology. I took medical classes and all types of stuff. So when I speak to the people, I can give people the facts. Now, what they do with the facts is none of my business. I'm not here to turn atheists into believers. I'm not here, like Kanye West say, to change them or to get them to go one way or the other. I'm not that. Even God doesn't take their choices away from them. They can do whatever they please. But God wants them to know the truth. So whenever they do decide to do something, they'll have a greater understanding and they'll have a better chance at happiness if they know the truth. If these doctors want their money so bad, then tell them the truth. You still can get people's money, but tell them the truth.
So
That's not going to stop people from doing anything in the world as long as you tell them the truth.
Do you feel like...
That's what I have an issue with. Listen to what I'm saying. That's what I have an issue with, is people not telling people the truth so they can make the right decision for themselves. If they want to kill themselves, God has no problem with it because that's their choice. But he wants them to know the truth before they decide to do something, because there may be some way that you can mend them, can make them happy, where they can change and go in another direction, where they can see the light and see how important they are to others.
I agree. I think when you give people choices, when you give people choices and you give them the facts, whatever it means to them, it allows them to make better cognitive decisions so that they don't make something so detrimental and so permanent that it may cause devastation later. And it's the same thing with people getting, well, I have a thing about tattoos, and I wanted to get your opinion, Sophia, what you think about tattoos with the black ink. I personally think that they're putting black goo. I'm not sure if you know about the black goo, that it's sentient, that it takes on a form of consciousness, and it's able to kind of morph your mind or pattern of your belief system. It's some sort of a goo that's has some sort of AI connected.
Well, I've heard about it before, but again, like I'm saying, that people need to investigate. They need to find out. They need to research. They need to go talk to experts. They need to do things before they make decisions about anything. And the less informed a person is, the more he's going to make a grievous mistake. Yes. And this is why people are going out and killing people by the hundreds. And they just had in the news where a man said he was going to go out and kill a lot of people in the casinos because at least he'd be remembered. Well, people are out and down. Mm-hmm. When they have these breakdowns, they're taking them out on other people. Because why are they having these breakdowns? Because people are lying. People are lying to people. This is more and more lies upon the earth, the more greater the breakdowns. And where do they take it out? They take it out on others. And they try to blame it on the guns. You can't blame it on the guns because just now they're starting to realize if people want to kill somebody, what do? They get in a truck and mow people down. That's right. They can get a hammer or knives or whatever, or use their own physical hands. They can still kill people. It got nothing to do with the gun.
That's
if
true.
they want to go on a rampage and kill somebody, they can do it.
That's
There's
true.
all things available.
That's true. That's true. It's the person. It's not the tool. It's not the thing. Yeah, stopping guns from people having guns is not going to stop violence. It'll just change forms. It'll go into something else.
It's not going to stop violence. It's not going to stop killing. And they need to start making the innate objects the object. They need to start making the innate. Innate means not naturally born. It's a material thing. Innate is a material thing. They need to start making the material thing the object, and so it's concentrating on healing and helping these people. And I'm telling you, the way these people need to be healed and helped is with truth. Because when these people are blind and confused and ignorant and lied to and harmed, they go out and harm others. They don't attend to the mental health. They don't attend to what's the problem. What's wrong? What do you need? No, they're busy lying to the people, busy pushing materialistic stuff on people, and not paying attention to the physical person.
Yes. So Sophia,
they're concentrated on the material instead of the natural man.
Yes, I agree. I agree. What's your take on the mass awakening in everyone? Where do you see us going? Because there are a few people who say in 2020 that is when we're going to have the major true, like 2020, you see 2020, we're going to have we think we're shifting now, we're going to have a major awakening, but at the same point, do you see the future where us possibly one time getting to a Terminator time? Is that a future that you see?
All that's going on is the cycle of life. Listen to me carefully.
Yes.
Because history has shown you this truth, but you don't want to look at it. And I'm not talking about you personally. I'm talking now the universal you, to everyone that's listening. You don't want to look at this, but history, if you don't learn from history, history repeats itself. Go back and take a look. There used to be a place called Babylon. There used to be a place called Mesopotamia, Pompeii.
Yes. Rome. Yeah.
Rome. I can go on and on and on. And what happened to these civilizations? Right. What happened to these civilizations? That's right. The people are Gone, gone.
Yes.
That's right. Their artifacts are here. The pyramids are here. What some of them used to wear, the gold, the jewelry,
yes,
the objects that they had, the furniture, and all that stuff is still here.
But the people are gone.
Where are the people?
That's true.
Some people don't even know what the bones look like. Some people don't even know what they look like. Some people have no idea what their civilization was about. Because the only thing that left here, the earth was never, ever destroyed. Guess what? The earth will never be destroyed.
No.
What's going to be destroyed?
The people.
Oh, yes.
Yes, the people. Yes. We're expendable, especially if we're natural.
It's been going on since the beginning of time. Yes. People coming in and people leaving. People worried about, we're going to have a nuclear war. Are we going to, the earth is going to be destroyed. And, guess what? Go back and take a look. Look all the way back in history and look at what still survives. Look over there in London. Look over there in France. Look over there in Rome. Look, even the Colosseum in Rome is still standing.
Yes.
But wait a minute. Where's the people?
They're not there. They weren't there. They weren't. It's a new group of people.
What people need to realize and wake up is these cars that you're driving, they'll still be here. That's right. The cars you're driving right now will still be here, but where will you be? You need to be concerned about you, not about the earth, not about the materialistic stuff that you got. Because you came here naked, and when you leave, you're going out naked. You came by yourself,
I hear that.
and you leave,
I
you're
like
going
that.
by yourself.
That's right. I agree with that one.
So I got to tell people this. I got to tell them.
Absolutely.
I have to tell them. You came here naked, and when you leave naked. You didn't bring
Absolutely.
nothing with you, and you ain't taking nothing back with you.
This is
Everything that you came and accumulated is going to be here when you're gone. Guess what? You could be gone tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And guess what? All your money, your bank accounts, your cars, your materialistic stuff that you love so well and crave, it's going to be right here for somebody to enjoy.
Yes. It's
That's all that's going on.
It is a cycle of life.
Dying and birthing.
You come with
That's
nothing.
all people need to be focused on.
Yeah, I agree. This
is for real.
This is a
This is real talk.
This is an individual journey.
Talk.
Yeah, I agree. This is an individual
Look
journey.
At all the people. Look at all the people who have died and they never saw a nuclear war. All the people who died.
That is true.
Atomic bombs. All the people who have died that never even starved or never worried about any of the things that they're talking about. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
If you go back to study history and you look at history, the only thing it tells us is people coming in and people leaving.
Yes.
And that the earth has never, ever been destroyed, and that the earth doesn't need any help from man. Okay.
Interesting. Well, Sophia, we have quite a few people on the line who would like to talk to you tonight. Do you think you're up for questions or conversation with our audience? Okay, perfect. So they're excited to talk to you tonight. So let me just give a quick announcement. For anyone who's calling in tonight, our number is 515-605-9881. I'll say that again. 515-605-9881. Okay, so if you have a question or a comment, please, because our queue is really full tonight, because we have the Mother of the Matrix on, the original Oracle, that we ask that you ask your question and maybe make it cut short so that we can get to enough people, because we still have 17 minutes on live stream on Blog Talk, but we have a bonus hour afterwards. So we just want to make sure that if someone wants to talk to Sophia, they get an opportunity this evening. Okay, Sophia, you ready for our cue?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm
okay.
ready. Thank you.
Okay, and if you have a question, make sure you push 1 so that I know you have a question. So again, the number is 515-605-9881. Whoever's on Blog Talk, please, you have 16 minutes to call in to get able to call. If you call after the 16 minutes, we'll be off live stream. You can't call in, but anybody still on there can still have their question answered. Okay, we're going to take the first call, which is 770-0094. You're on the line with Sophia Stewart, the Mother of the Matrix. Hello? 770.
Yes, hello.
Hi. Hello. It's a
Hello?
woman. Hi, how are you?
Hello?
Hi, yes.
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good.
How's it?
You're on the line with
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Hey, that's them on the phone. You got her? Hold on.
Okay.
Hey, I'm sorry.
No worries.
Okay, my question for you, Miss Sophia. For one, I want to tell you, thank you for accepting my call. FleurBrun, it's Lachey from Facebook.
Hey, Lachey. Hi, sister.
You're welcome.
Hey.
You're welcome anytime.
Okay, but okay, I'm a writer, and I have been writing for about 2 years. And my question for you is, how do I copyright my work besides the little copyright sign and the year? Like, how can I officially copyright my work? Because I have wrote a children's book series, and there's 18 books to the series that I have pre-wrote over the course of 2 years. But I have not published because I don't want someone to steal my work. Like, I want to make
Right.
sure that
Listen, it's very important that you do the copyright thing. You know, very, very important. Do you know that? And you can copyright online. Have you finished all your books?
yes, ma'am, it's just sitting in my laptop. I have illustrations for 2 of the books are completed with. I have illustrations for them covered, front cover, back cover, everything. I just have not published them because I don't know the process of getting it copyrighted.
Oh, well, it's easy. You can copyright your book right online. You can download it electronically and send it in and pay the fee online. People do it all the time. I've had to do it several times. It's really simple. You can punch in the Library of Congress and say that you want to download your book and everything, and you copyright it and fill out the little form.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that because I usually just go through, because I have some other work I have written, and I just publish it through Amazon and the Kindle stores. And I didn't really go through any, like, official copywriting with those, but my children's book series is my baby. It's something I have worked on for years.
This is the deal. When you first publish the book, that is a copyright right there under the new law.
That's what I was told.
Once, listen to me carefully. Once you publish the book, but if someone steals your book, then you would file a lawsuit, but you would have to expedite a copyright. Your attorneys would have to expedite a copyright to enter to the courts because you don't have one. But the time your book is published on Amazon, the first day it's published, that is the date that established your copyright. You understand? I'm a paralegal, so I'm teaching you the law. Now, it's just so much easier, simple if you just went ahead and got your copyright. That way, when people, you can show your copyrights and everything, because that's just like the deed to your house. You want to have a deed to the house, even if it's recorded at the, at the county clerk's office. You still want to have your physical deed to show somebody. And if you own a car, you want to have your title of certificate of ownership. You know what I'm talking about, to show people you own the car.
Exactly. I heard you say that. I heard you say that in I'm sorry, go ahead.
Even if the information is registered at the DMV, the motor vehicle DMV, you still want to have your own personal copy. Now, you can do what you want to do, but you can go ahead and publish your books on Amazon or Barnes & Noble, Walmart, or iTunes, Apple, wherever, because there's millions and millions of places that you can. Now they got so many companies, you can put them on all of the companies, the income revenue streams as you want, and it will be copyrighted the moment someone buys it. The moment it gets online, it's automatically copyrighted.
That's good. That's good.
Okay, that's what someone had. I'm sorry. That's what someone had mentioned to me. Because I also talked to other self-publishers, so that's pretty much what I am. I'm a self-publisher, and I would ask them kind of like, what is the process as to when they are publishing their books? And I was listening to one because ever since I heard that you were the owner and the creator of the Matrix and also the Terminator, I'm like, she's my goal. Like, I was so, like, impressed. Not only that it was a woman, but it was a woman of color. So I was just like, that's who I want to be.
Aww.
And, my friends think, because I'm 29, I just turned 29, and they think I'm weird. Like, they want to meet like the Carly B, everybody that's like, I guess, music celebrity. I want to meet J.K. Rowling. Like, that's my idol. And, but then when I learned that you, a woman of color like me, wrote the Terminator and the Matrix, I'm like, yes, I'm just like, that's who, I want to get to know. That's who I want to talk to, because I have always been a writer. Even as a small girl, my mother, she keeps all my poetry books, and my parents live in a house that I grew up in. So all my stuff, it's like a time capsule at my parents' house. My bedroom is still my bedroom. All my writing and everything is still there. And so, so I went back. Yeah, so I went back and I started looking through my stuff, And my children's book is kind of, it kind of goes with astrology, with the signs. Cause I kind of want children to understand just the basics of their signs. So I put it in a very kid-friendly type of way, and I have some other interesting things that kind of go with it, but I don't want to say because I want to steal my idea.
That's right.
Anyways,
that's right.
So
But listen to me. You know, there's a lot of mainstream publishers are looking for children's books. Now I just want to give you some hints, some hints and some tips, and you can Google it. You can Google publishers that are looking for children's book, and you're going to be happy. And another thing I want to tell you, I have full copyrights. I paid for mine because guess what? The copyright is good for 75 years.
see, that's what I want to do, because I feel like my idea is original to my own personal idea, how I formed my book.
Right.
Yes, I do. I started watching anything I could find on you online. I'm a double Scorpio, and my moon sign is Libra. So once I get interested in something, it's like I don't want to say obsess over it, but it's like I need to know everything I can know about it. And so I just wanted to watch anything that I could find on you. And I heard you talking about you had yourself copyright back in 1981, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. 81, 83, and 84. I had 3 copyrights, and they're in my book. They're in my book.
Yeah, in the third eye, correct?
That's right, the third eye.
Yeah.
I've written several books. A lot of people don't know, but I've written several books. But they only talk about the Third Eye Matrix book. That's the only one they talk about. But I've written several books, and the Matrix 4 book is one of my newest books. The latest book, the 4th installment of the Matrix.
Okay.
But you can listen to me. A lot of my fans have posted over 1,000 of my interviews on YouTube. When people go on YouTube, they can really, they'll find like tons of my interviews.
Oh, yeah, that's what I did. I just went through.
Yeah, were you aware that it's tons of my interviews on YouTube? When you punch in the search box, put in Sophia Stewart, and it'll pull up all of my interviews.
Yes, I probably have went through literally everything I could find, and I went to your website, also the Truth About the Matrix, I believe.
Yeah, truthaboutmatrix.com. Truthaboutmatrix.com.
I went to that too, and kind of looked around on your website, and also looked at the Matrix 4 book, which I'm gonna get that as soon as I can. Because I want to know exactly the continuation of the Matrix, like where everything goes. And I thought it was interesting when I heard a video, and it says the way you watch the movie, you watch the Terminator 1, 2, Matrix 1, 2, and then a Terminator 3. That order, correct?
No, you watch Terminator 1, 2, and 3, and then Matrix 1, 2, and 3, like in chronological order. First you see the first 3 Terminators, and then it goes into the Matrix. And what I did was I made 2 and 3 a dream. So 2 and 3 is actually a convoluted dream that Neo and Trinity had. They never died. They wake up in the 4th installment. They wake up where they shared a dream because they're soulmates, and they wake up and it surprises the fans, and they're discussing their dream that they had together. So I actually with 2 and 3 and made it a convoluted dream, lucid convoluted dream.
I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry for both Lachey and Sophia. We have a time limit on this call because we have people waiting in the line. I'm sorry. And we only have 5 minutes left in the live stream.
Grateful.
But Lachey,
I'm grateful to be able to be on.
Yeah, get in contact with me and thank you. There's a phone number under the contact information on my website. Get in touch with me.
I already have
Thank
it.
You.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
I love you. I love you, Lachey.
Love you too.
Peace.
Love you.
All right, love you too. Bye-bye.
Peace. Okay, we're going to take our next caller. I just want to say to those, I see some comments going on listen, I love our everyone and every gender and every disposition. So don't take any shade from our discussion, please. This is a forum that Sophia Stewart is sharing her own information, her feelings on things, her wealth of knowledge, and it should be interpreted with the broadest stroke, as that everybody's position in life is different. And again, please, there's no shade here. So I know there's some up in arms about some of the conversation, but we can have a separate chat on that. But let's go to the next caller. We have 504-5316. You're on the line with Sophia Stewart. Peace. 504-5316. You're on the line with Sophia Stewart. Take your phone off mute. It might be on mute. 504-5316. Last call. They might be on mute. Okay.
Yeah, well, I just want to make a little quick comments with people who
Yes.
are trying to take things negative. I meant no harm towards anyone. You were born with free will and free choices, and I never gone against that. I just wanted people to know the facts about things, but you can do what you want to do. I'm not against or for anything. I'm just for the truth.
Absolutely.
And it's not mean any harm towards anyone, because I have love for everyone. And it doesn't stop. I don't have any prejudice against anything or anyone. And I don't judge others. I love people, but all people need to know is the truth, and people need to be not afraid to speak the truth, because people will start discernments and shades and stuff like that, and that's just out of negativeness, not out of love and truth and peace.
Okay, so
I just had to say that little part.
I appreciate that.
But
Okay.
yeah, that's all.
So
Yes, I want them to know I have great love for everyone. And I'm not against what people's choices. That's the devil. You can do what you want.
yes.
It's your choice. Yes.
Free will and free choice is one thing that we definitely are allotted on this planet. Okay, so let's go to our next caller. We have 443.
People need to work out the-
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Sophia. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I'm ready. No, that's okay. No, I'm ready for the next caller. I said everything I was going to say. I meant it.
Okay. 443-5063. You're on the line with Sophia Stewart. Peace, family.
Hello.
Peace, C-Star.
Yes.
I just had like this quick revelation after knowing that the Matrix means the womb. So like I was thinking that necessarily like our bloodlines, like the people don't disappear. It's just that these bloodlines of people like the Aztecs, the indigenous bloodlines in America, for example, they just become oblivious to who they are. So I was like thinking that in order for people to wake up, the original woman needs to wake up
90
the original
seconds.
Matrix. And so I was wondering, do you think that the woman is responsible for humanity's oblivious nature, and does she need to wake up in order for other people to wake up?
I don't think the woman is responsible for any oblivious nature that's going on here, because it's just like we were talking about a second ago, it's all individual choices. If someone wants to
60
wake up,
seconds.
it's on them. Everyone needs different things here. Everybody is here for different reasons, and they need to experience different things, because Earth is like a school, this giant school, and that you need a physical body to experience all of this. Because if you're in the astral body, it's called the shadow body. When the sun casts the shadow, then that's when you see your shadow body or your virtual body that I introduced in the Matrix, where they had their virtual bodies was going up and down the telephone lines, where their physical bodies are on the ship. But I'm going to make this short because there's other people waiting. It's all about choices. You have the choice to be ignorant
10
or you have
seconds.
the choice to be enlightened. You can take the red pill and see how deep the rabbit hole goes. Or you can take the blue pill and simply go to sleep and forget about things and enjoy what you're doing and keep doing what you're doing. That's it right there. The red and the blue, the red or the blue pill, a choice.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
You're welcome.
Thank you, C Star. Peace. She's so. I love when they're so young and spry. It's beautiful that she's brave enough to call and has her own revelation and is able to get information via how you're giving. You're disseminating your information and what you've actually stimulated with the Matrix and the Terminator. It's beautiful. Okay, so we're on to our next caller, Sophia. We have 702. Wait, oh no, I'm sorry.
Okay.
We have 609-8448. Peace, C Star. Peace. You're on the line with Sophia Stewart. 609-8448.
Yes. Hi.
Peace.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, C Star.
Can you hear me?
Yes. We can hear you.
Thank you. Sophia, what do you think happens when we die? And also include anything about like reincarnation and the other planets.
Well, this is what I was going to tell you. I don't think that we die, our bodies die, but we don't never die. Just like they said that we're three-dimensional beings, God's children. The astral body is the spirit body and never dies. And so it takes a physical body to come into this earth to enjoy the physical things in this world. Because when we're in a body, we can enjoy, cigarettes or food or, making love or whatever, all these many things, riding a bicycle, driving a car, the body is like that car. We get inside the car is not us, but when we're driving the car is one with us.
Yes.
Right. So what do you think about what happens with our consciousness then?
Well, our consciousness never dies because that's light. It goes back to God. And I think that we come back again and again. They just cut it out of the Bible because I guess they didn't want people to know about that part. But I think that we always come back, or some people doesn't want to come back. But then some want to come back because they haven't finished their work or they haven't finished the things that they need to do or experience, and they take another form, a body, and come. And who knows? Maybe we come back as flowers. Maybe we come back as animals or to experience, water or fire, to experience all of the realms of life.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Thank you very much.
Thank you, C Star.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Peace.
You're very welcome. Love you both. Bye-bye.
Love you. Okay. We're going to, how you doing so far, Sophia? You ready for our next caller?
I love questions and answers because I've done them quite often.
we have wonderful, curious family members, and they love calling in, which is great. This is a call-in show more than any other show, most likely. Okay, so here's our next caller, 316-0340. This is Sophia Stewart. Peace, family.
Greetings. Hello.
Peace, Barry Littleton.
Yes, hello.
Barry Littleton.
What's up, Del?
Hi, how are you?
Hello, Miss Stewart. It's a pleasant. Good.
Hi, how
good.
you doing?
Miss Stewart, it's really a pleasure to talking to you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, I really appreciate your work very much. I'll tell you what, it's a pleasure to talk to both of you. Thank you, Del, for answering. I had a quick question, so I get up here and let everybody else talk. My only question was, you answered everything else during your speech, but one thing I had a question was, in the original Terminator show, the movie, there was a missing scene, which is where Linda Hamilton, she went to the phone booth, back when we still had those, and she was looking up Cyberdyne in the phone book. And they deleted the scene, but she takes her finger and goes down it, and they show several names of different companies around Cyberdyne, like Cyberactive Incorporated, CyberArts Corporating, and Cyball. So I looked those up. One of them was founded probably about, I think it's 12 or 13, 14 years ago. long after the movies. And what they specialize in is replacing silicon parts on chips with organic parts.
Right.
And that to me really, that to me really just stood as something where the future is going. But the fact, I just want to know if you kind of had wrote that into the script or if that's something they put in there. But either way, these companies now exist and they're going forward.
Well, let me tell you something. What happened is that's a subliminal. That is the subliminal. What you saw and picked up was a subliminal. And people, sometimes directors and other people who have hidden agendas and motives, put that in there. You know, for you to accept silicon body parts. You know what I'm saying? But that's what that was. You see that you picked up on that. Because 14 years later, they were going to be fusing people with these, silicon, which is poison. That's all silicon is poison. When you get little packets in your pills and your bottles that keep stuff fresh, that's silicon. And, when people get them in their breasts, when they have the fake breasts, and then the bag would burst, and then the silicon will waste all through their bodies, and it would poison their bloodstream and kill them. But who would put silicon implants in their body if they knew they were putting poison in their body and that it could leak or it could burst? When somebody hit the fake breast, it would burst and it would kill you.
Yes, and that was interesting because that's what I was talking about.
What I was talking about when I said that doctors need to tell people the truth. Do you see what I'm saying? If the doctor told you the truth, would you fuse your body with metal if you knew that metal was going to chemically come into your bloodstream? Would you take a metal implant, a metal implant in? You know what I'm saying? Would you take that into your body if you knew it was going to harm you, and it would prevent the doctor from getting that $10,000 to do the surgery on you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see my truth? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am. And I was looking at that, and it was kind of taking that with Moore's Law, how they're kind of making all the chips smaller, all the parts on each chip smaller each year. And when that was in there, it goes completely along with your whole theme there as of cybernetics. I mean, they're taking out the silicon and putting organic parts on these chips. And the interesting thing is, I can't find out how far these companies have progressed since 2004. It's like
they've progressed a lot. Listen to me. They've progressed a lot. That's what I'm going to show you in Matrix 4. When you get the Matrix 4 book, you're going to see the next level of technology that's coming, on Earth. Because everything I'm talking about in the Matrix and Terminator is real. And what I'm talking about in the fourth installment is real and greater. It's greater work than, it's all new and greater than the Matrix and Terminator, the old work. That was my baby work. Now you're going to see the alien technology that they're getting ready to do to you guys. You guys don't have a clue about the microchip clones, the little microchip that they're going to put into your brain that actually is a low jack. That the satellites are going to be able to track you, and then later on, with these virtual penal systems, which are laser rings around you. They're going to have lasers on the jet planes that they fly into war. They're going to actually have lasers now instead of, what we have now, gunpowder. It's going to be laser. The future is laser.
There's this thing called circulating light beams that can be used for not only matter transport, but also for time travel. There's a brother by the name of Dr. Ron Mallett outside of Connecticut, University of Connecticut. He's using actually circulating light beams to create a time device. Mm-hmm. He's gotten pretty well known. So I believe what you're saying. I want to get off here. There's so many people want to talk, but thank you. It's a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you, Del, for having me on.
Listen to me. What's your first name? What is your first name?
Barry.
What is it?
Barry.
Barry?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, well, listen, You go into my website, truthaboutmatrix.com. Under contact, there's a phone number. Anybody, you can reach me personally, and you can call me and talk to me on a one-on-one. Okay?
Oh,
Anybody can do that. Contact me on a one-on-one. There's my phone number on my website. Under the contact, my email address. Email me. Contact me. Let's talk.
Anybody follow me on Facebook? A few minutes ago, I put her website up on my Facebook account. So thank you very much. I will contact you definitely.
That's Barry Littleton, Sophia Stewart.
I'll be waiting. Okay.
Peace.
I got his name. Thank you.
Peace, Barry.
Thank you, God bless.
Love you, Barry. Bye.
Hey, thank you. Bye bye.
That's our own Barry Littleton. We're very. It's one of my homies from around the way. He's quite well versed as far as time travel and quantum physics. So you guys would probably have a lot in common too. And I'm sure he'll contact you after the fact. Love Barry.
Well, I know he will, and I know a lot of people will, because I tell in all my interviews that they can contact. They buy the books and they're amazed for what's in the book.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. I don't know if you've read it, not yet, but Matrix 4 is totally amazing.
It's amazing.
The new technology is coming. But anyway, let's do the next phone call.
Okay, next caller.
Because I know people are waiting.
I know they're anxious. Okay, so our next phone call is 773-4669. You're on the line with Sophia Stewart. Peace, family. 773-4669. Take your phone off mute. You're on the line with Sophia Stewart. Peace, family. Sometimes they have their mute on and they don't get it. 773, last call. 4669, that's it. Going once, going twice. All right, we're moving on. 559-1543. You're on the line with Sophia Stewart. Peace, family. 559.
Hey, FleurBrun.
Oh, my lovely. Oh, I love you. I love you, Naima. So just know before you kick it off. You're my ace kuba.
I know you do.
That piece.
I definitely know that you do. But I'm here for it, and I got a lot of things that I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be respectful.
Okay.
In saying it, but I definitely know where you stand at FleurBrun. Me and you, we talk all the time and stuff like that. So you actually know me personally.
Yeah, my heart. Yeah.
But
yeah, my heart.
I was definitely excited, to get on the show and and hear
Sophia.
this lady talk. But then after a while, when Miss Sophia, when you started going in for about 45 minutes and talking about trans and gay, and I understand about the mutilation of the body and things like that and stuff.
No,
you came off.
Wait, hold on.
One moment. I never mentioned gay. I never mentioned gay at all. I never mentioned the word gay ever.
She didn't.
Because I got cousins that are gay that I love very much.
Yeah, she did mention gay people. She did not say,
I've never mentioned gay people because I got cousins I love very much. I was talking in general about the health of people and doctors. I wasn't talking about people personally, because I said even God would be in violations of going against people's choices, and there are reasons why people do whatever they do upon their earth. All I was for is that people need to know the facts and the truth that is not told to them. And I'm not saying that you're not educated and you don't know the truth, because you probably do. But there's a lot of people out here that do not know the truth, and people take their money and they're confused and they don't know the truth. But if they should at least have the choice, the correct choice, and not be in bondage because somebody's trying to use them or take their money. That's what I was talking about. I wasn't talking against or down or for, against, or anything like that.
Okay, well, it came off like, you just sounded like, like another, like these typical like fake Christians. And like I said, I'm being respectful. And I'm not calling. I'm not judging. But it just came off very like, like these fake Christians who love to just bash and just, give very, yeah, okay, you'll say on one hand of the scale that, okay, y'all have choices and, God gives us all these choices. But that whole thing of, the Christian, it just came off very, Christianity, the Bible. To me, I find it displacement.
I don't do politics and I don't do religion. I only do the Matrix and the Terminator, and I stay in those realms. If you go and listen to any of my interviews, I am not talking like no fake Christian, no religious people, no political people. I'm talking with the Spirit of God for people to know the truth about things. They have free will, and God won't even take their free will. I even say that straight up. And I'm not bashing. That's in your heart that you picked up that kind of spirit. But that's not the spirit I gave. I gave the spirit of truth. And I never have no problems on no interviews. And I've got over 4,000. And that's because I don't go inside and convince people to do anything. You got free will. That's what the red and the blue pill is about. If I was for something, I would be dictating to you. But I'm not dictating to you or anyone, and I'm not talking about you personally because I don't know you. But I don't dictate to people. I just lay out the facts to people, and they're going to do whatever they want because that's the world we live in. And I'm not here to harm anybody, and I said that straight up. Everybody that heard me, I didn't say nothing negative about anybody. I was talking about what the doctors and these people that run these systems do to the people here on earth. Am I right on that or not?
I mean, I get that, but it's like some people make certain choices or decisions because now I'm not saying not everybody has something traumatic happen to them, but I just feel like, in people's choices, it's like the way you came off, like, okay, so if you choose to be a transgender, but you still keep all of your parts, you don't get mutilated. Like you're useless, it was kind of given like, well, you're useless. It's nothing that you could do or that you could be productive on this earth. So you'll just wander around.
No, I
feel like ever since I became trans, like I've actually been enlightened and I've become more aware.
If the doctor takes your $40,000, he's not giving you anything. He's just taking from you. That's what I said. It was about the issues with the doctor and them not telling the truth. I didn't say that the people was wrong in what they decided to do.
Let me intercede a little bit. Yes, she just stated that when they decide to actually have something removed or replaced, whether it be a woman changing into a male or a male changing into a female, but trying to change into a female body, she was saying that they take something from you, but they don't give you anything back. And rather than doing that and taking something away from yourself, the doctor should give you other choices or tell you the truth that maybe if they give you hormones that it'll make you feel differently about taking that away. That's what she stated. Am I correct, Sophia?
Yeah, that is correct. I wasn't talking negative or against you. I'm talking about the system, the people who use the people. That's what the Matrix is about. What do you think the Matrix is about? The Matrix is about pulling your eyes illusions of you so you won't. They're taking your choices from you. That's what the Matrix is about in the Terminator. Terminating you and taking your choices from you. If they told you the truth, what kind of wonderful choices you could make?
Yeah.
You could make other choices.
Yeah.
If you're going to make a choice, it could affect you greater, better, if you had more knowledge.
Well, Naima,
so I got a problem with them not telling people the truth.
Okay.
Go ahead, FleurBrun.
Okay, Naima, so we can...
Yeah, but it's not against you. It's not against you, the people. The people are in the Matrix. You're in the Matrix because of the system. The system is creating these illusions and lies, and they're selling you a dream. But why not tell you the truth? Because the dream could turn into a nightmare if somebody doesn't give you the truth.
Well, we can
That's all I was saying.
probably discuss this so many times in so many different ways, but
Oh, no, I know, but I wanted him to understand that I didn't say nothing against gay because I got some gay cousins. Everybody in their family got some, or they had some, and I love them. They're my first cousins. My mother's sister's kids. And they know that. I've never been against them.
okay. How you doing, Naima?
I mean, I'm good. I'm reading the comments in the chat too. People saying let's move on because it's not a trans talk. First of all, anybody could call in and talk about anything and address any issues. I mean, if people don't like,
true.
we have issues that affect us all the way around. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it's not about trans talk. It's something that I had an issue with. So if anybody doesn't like it that's in the comment section, clearly block me then. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's hateful. If you're supposed to be vibrating we're supposed to be family and we're supposed to be able to talk amongst each other. It shouldn't matter what the issues are if I'm trying to get clarity, if it's a trans issue or if it's a delivery issue that I'm getting from somebody. If I'm calling in for clarity, then it should be no issue.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
All
I don't have an
topics.
issue with you, FleurBrun.
Listen, we agree with you. We agree with you 100%. There is no disagreement here.
Yeah. No, he was talking
We
at people
totally
in comments.
understand what you're saying.
Yeah. The people in the comments.
Everybody respected what you're saying, and I'm glad you called in. I mean, tell you, I'm glad you called in.
Yes.
To clarify.
Naima's my heart.
Because
So
I'm about truth. I'm about truth.
And it's
so
all.
I'm glad you called in.
And yes, yes, definitely.
Right.
And anyone can call in on any topic. Oh, I'm sorry, Sophia. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, but I want him to know, and all of them to know that I'm for the people who come out of the Matrix, and I'm against the system. It's the system that is killing people, destroying their dreams, and giving them the wrong information. That's what the Matrix is. It's to wake you up so you can make choices, but the right choices, not somebody else's choice because of money or because they want to build you and harvest you for money. That's all I'm saying. Because people do wicked things on higher levels, and you're on a lower level. You're looking for a dream, and you're thinking that it might be the right dream, and you can wake up in a nightmare because people that are seeking money, that's what they're seeking. They're not seeking your dream or your happiness. And that's all I want to do is wake you up to the truth.
It's all love.
You can do whatever you want.
It's all love.
It's all love.
Yeah, it's all love at the end of the day.
I don't judge anybody because he's not judged. Yeah.
All right.
But I'm glad you called in.
Thank you, Naima. And Naima.
Wasn't breaking.
Huh?
And Naima, just when we get off the show, we'll have a little chat afterwards on my on FB, okay?
Okay.
All right. I love you, Naima.
I love you too.
Peace, Queen. All right. Peace. Okay.
All right.
I love you too, Naima. Whatever you name, I love you too.
Yes, she does. Aw.
I've got no harm against you.
That's right.
That's for real.
We all came as we are, and the part of us getting free out of the Matrix, we're gonna have to work, and free ourselves from the chains and shackles of the lower field of the Matrix. We got bigger problems than just, our labels. You know what I mean? We got things going on with, these cyborg AI.
It's the system that enslaved mankind. The system.
Absolutely.
That's what I was talking about. Is the system.
Absolutely.
But let's talk to the next caller.
Let's go to our next caller. Okay, so let's go to our next caller. We have 248-8572. You're on the line with Sophia Stewart. 248-8572. Peace, family.
Is that this number?
Yes, it is, C-Star.
Hello?
Yes, hi.
Oh, my goodness.
Peace.
Oh, my goodness. This is so wonderful. You know what? I don't have really any question or anything. I just want to say, like my sister, my C-Star, says all the time, big up to you, Mama Sophia. Thank you so much for being so phenomenal, for enduring.
Right.
You are just the epitome of what the black feminine is. You know, the divine feminine, the black mother. I love you. That's all I got to say.
Oh, it's beautiful, C-Star.
Thank
It's
you
so
very much.
beautiful.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you both so much.
Peace. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Peace.
Love is in the air. Let's go to the next call at 734-7689. You're on the line with Sophia Stewart. Peace, family. Seven 734-7689. You're on the line. Take your phone off mute. Going once. 734. Area code 734-7689. Take your phone off mute. You're on the line with Sophia Stewart. Peace. Some people, I think they forget that they're waiting and they leave it on mute. Okay, so we may come back to you, 734.
Oh,
Yeah, they forget sometimes. Sometimes they leave it on mute and they're listening, but they're not listening totally, or they might have fallen asleep actually. Next phone call.
they might have gotten their questions answered too.
I know. It's you know,
not gonna answer.
they're waiting.
Yeah.
Okay, so next caller 904-6608. You're on the line with Sophia Stewart. Peace, family.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Fine, how you do?
I'm doing great. Thank you, FleurBrun, and thank you, Sophia. First, I want to just say praise Diana, the mother. I do have a two-parted question. So, and again, to piggyback on the whole thing with the transhumanism and everything like that, and with the races, and I'm not going to say any names because I don't want to end up shot, but the races who, control the USA and whatever it may be, who have mind controlled people into changing their, all that. That's kind of my first end of the question, do we have a chance, with everything that we see with, the music industry programming us as youths and the food, TV, the whole nine. And then my second part of that question would be, how do you, obviously, because, I went through my own journey to become awake, obviously, but I have friends who I love and who are ignorant and who won't wake up, and I try to speak truth as well. What's the best way to help people kind of break out? I guess that's my question.
Well, let me just put it like this. There is no Superman saving the world. What it is, everybody individually being an example of change. If you want your friends to change, then you'd have to be the man in the mirror, like Michael Jackson was singing. If you want change to come out, then you change yourself. And whatever changes you want for someone to emulate, they'll see you and they'll see how successful you are, and they'll want to be you. And they'll make the change, because that's what it's all about, is what you do upon the earth. Some people go around and they do violence. They want to be remembered as a violent person just because so they can make history. Then there's some people who want to be forever remembered because they made great changes and they healed and they helped people. They elevated people consciously all the way around. So all you do is being the very best that you can be at what you want to be at and where you want to lead somebody, because you can lead people to hell or you can lead them to heaven. And wherever you lead them, you're going to be responsible for it, because we're all responsible for our own words, acts, and deeds. No one else is responsible for that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We all are, responsible for what we do upon the earth. So, listen, don't try to dictate to them. Don't try, that's their choices. If they sit there and rot, then let them sit and rot. You can take a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink it.
That's right.
You can say that's water. It tastes good. It'll make you healthy. But if he doesn't want to drink, leave him. You drink, and then if he's drinking all the time, he'll say, "Wait, maybe it looks good the way he's drinking. Maybe I'll try it."
Yes.
So lead by example, and you will be happy, and others will be happy.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. I listen to you all the time, FleurBrun, and this is my first time hearing you, Sophia, so thank you guys so much for your time.
I
really
appreciate you calling, Sunstar. Peace.
You're welcome, and you can go on YouTube, and listen to more of my interviews if you'd like.
Of course, I'd love to.
Peace.
What's the YouTube channel?
Oh, you can just go to YouTube and put in Sophia Stewart in the search box, and they'll pop up. Or you can Google Sophia Stewart, and all of it will pop up, all kinds of stuff.
Awesome. All right, I'll definitely do that. I really appreciate your time, guys. I really thank you, guys. That was really deep.
Thank you. Peace, C-Star. Have a good evening.
And you can contact me on website. Okay?
All right, I'm going to let other people get their questions in. Thank you guys so much.
Have a good evening. Peace.
You're welcome.
You too. Bye.
Okay. We're going to take our next caller, 404-9907. You're on the line with Sophia Stewart. Peace, family.
Hi. How you doing?
Well, how are you, C-Star?
I'm doing fine.
Good.
I'm great. Thank you for that contract information when I was talking to you on the phone last time.
Oh, great.
I wanted to bring that up first.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Good.
I feel a whole lot better.
You feel better?
Yeah, I feel a whole lot better.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, a whole lot.
I love it.
mean, I have chronic asthma, so if I talk so many, it's because of my asthma. My question is, I had a situation where I was laying down in the chair, and in between subconsciously woke and subconsciously sleep, and I somehow tapped into the TV system. Well, anyways, what went on was I heard something say unauthorized access, and it was counting down. I don't know what that was all about. I have no clue. It's like I tapped into their system or something. And it happened a couple of times. I don't know how I was able to do that.
Yeah.
I know it has something to do with the system.
What did it exactly say again?
That's my question.
Can you repeat what it said when you went under? Can you repeat that statement again? I didn't hear it.
Okay. No, what I was saying, I was in between subconscious sleep and subconscious woke. And in between that, I was able to tap into, I guess because my TV was in front of me, I was able to tap into some type of system. Well, anyways, what happened was something told me that it was an unauthorized usage, and it was counting down. I had gotten scared, so I woke myself up out of it because I don't know what happened if they would have counted all the way down to 0. And I was able to get out of it, but I don't know what that was. I have had another incident where I was in between sleep and woke. I was able to see someone else far away through the TV.
Oh, wow.
In between the state, I don't know. I know this has something to do with the Matrix. I don't know. I'm not understanding why I'm able to tap into the system like that. I know they tell people that shouldn't be able to. Go ahead.
You probably was dreaming about it. You probably was dreaming and thinking about the Matrix. And, of course, that's where your subconscious took you. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I wasn't dreaming. I really wasn't dreaming.
Well, no, I mean, because you probably was in a lucid dream. I said you probably was doing a lucid dream where you fell asleep and were not consciously aware that you were asleep. Did you fall asleep while you were listening? Did you fall asleep while listening to the interview?
No. This is something that happened way back. This is not something that just happened. It just happened a long time ago, about 6 months ago, when this happened. I'm just asking a question.
You didn't tell us.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I was just asking a question because I'm not understanding how am I able to tap into, like I said, TVs and see people in the TVs, but it's only in my vision, I guess my astral body or whatever. And I don't know. I have no clue. I even seen a door outside. Of course, my spiritual body was doing all that, and the door was like floating in the sky, but it didn't have a knob where I was able to get into the door. And I don't know what's this about as far as that part of it. I know it has something. It has some kind of meaning in it, but I'm not aware what kind of meaning in it. I just know that I do a whole lot of work when it comes to the spiritual part of it. I'm just not fully understanding why would I tap into some type of system where it tells me you are unauthorized usage, and then it was count down. It's a big computer. That's all I know I saw. And I was able to tap into that system some kind of way.
All I can tell you is I don't know what you experienced because that would have to be on a one-on-one where I talk to you on a personal. It's not something to be addressed on a interview right now, and when it's not pertaining to that. But if you contact me on my website and my information, my phone number, and call me, I can have a consultation with you, and I can figure out what you experienced. I can do that for you. But it's not something to be addressed right now. Right now, it's just about questions that's on the interview. But I can't help you.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm sorry, Cesar, but yes, I can. If anything, if you want to contact her, Sophia Stewart, you can contact her via her website and speak to her personally. And again, I think, and my opinion is you want in between a realm, and just like we have perimeters, we have safeguards and perimeters on your physical state, your ordinary physical state. There are perimeters spiritually where your body, even in spirit, is not allotted to go. So they have perimeters and alarms on that level too. So I think you kind of went in between, and you were outside of your body, and you were going somewhere that was not authorized for you. And it recognized that, even in your spirit body, that you were not able to pass. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen myself even in a hospital. It's like my body is like I was in a hospital, and it's like, I don't know, it's like they split my soul and took it somewhere else, and I was trapped somewhere else, and I was in the hospital, and I almost got myself, but something interrupted me from getting myself up. So somebody actually was trying to get me from where I was at, but something intercepted me from getting to that point. So
this is very interesting.
I'm sorry.
No, don't say sorry. You're fine. But yes, perhaps we can get a little deeper, because if that's happening regular with you, Sophia might be quite helpful with you to be able to maybe discern what that actually is. Probably need to get more information and go a little deeper with it. Okay? I love you, C-Star. Peace.
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Okay, thanks. Okay.
Yeah, thank you for calling her.
We'll go to our next caller. I'm sorry. Next caller is 832-3182. You're on the line with FleurBrun and Sophia Stewart. Peace, family. 832-3182. Uh, 832.
Hello.
Peace, family.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
What's going on here?
Yes.
Hi, Sophia. Hi, FleurBrun.
Hi, sweetie.
Yeah, hi. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing fine. Sorry, I'm excited I got through. So I do have a question. It's actually a two-part question, but I wanted to ask, with the awakening, I've noticed that a lot of the indigenous Americans are waking up, and I wanted to get your opinion on that. Where is it going to go? And my second part of the question is, how are they going to try to stop this awakening? I know they can't really stop it, but what are they trying to do to the dark-skinned indigenous people here in America? Because with the awakening, I know it's going to be a lot of change. And I just wanted to get your input on that.
Right. I was going to tell you, I didn't mean to cut you off exactly, but I was going to tell you what they're going to do with the darkest people. They're putting them to work. You see them working in Hollywood on television. They're working now. They're working. I know you see that, right?
Yes, I do.
They've never worked before. And as far as enlightenment goes, everything is progressive. Everything is going into the future. Remember what God says, that everything must change. Nothing can remain the same. And that changes was good for us, even though people are scared of changes. The whole world is changing and it's going through evolution, but it's always been going through evolution. But it keeps going out of darker periods into lighter or enlightenment. Enlightenment means that age of Aquarius, meaning that you have more knowledge upon the earth than any time upon the earth. You have more greater of everything, more greater abundance of money and food and joy and happiness. It's an abundance of everything and greater new technology coming. So you're not going into the dark ages, and you're not going backwards, you're going forward. And it's just new changes coming, just like people were scared of the, like IBM and Xerox didn't know what a mouse was. They didn't know what the internet was, what the internet would become in the future. Do you see what I'm talking about? So all this new technology is coming and people are afraid of it. They don't know what it is and what it means and how it's going to affect their lives. But you can be one thing for sure. If you learn this new stuff that's coming, it's going to make your life better. It's how you utilize things. If you utilize things for good or you utilize things for bad, that's what determines what your experience is going to be. Forget about other people's experiences. Everybody has a different experience. No two people have the same experience here on Earth. And everyone is not affected by all the things that happen and all the changes. But you need to see how you're going to fit in with this new environment or this new technology that's coming or this new enlightenment or new life.
I see.
Why not, like God says, whatever is good, whatever is pure, or whatever is perfect, why not just think about those thoughts? Why not visualize all the happiness and all the love and all the joy that you can enjoy? And forget about the negativity. Throw that aside. Put it away from you.
So pretty much
what your life to be.
Sorry, but so pretty much just not worrying about the distractions, because I know they're trying to distract people from growing and learning. So I'm guessing that we just need to just ignore that and just keep learning and growing, even though they're trying to say, no, you cannot claim that you are something that you know that you have heritage to. You can't claim that, but we just have to keep going, I guess.
Yeah, that's all we need to do is to keep going. Listen, you just need to keep going and keep your thoughts positively and just do positive things and just well-being for others and well-being for yourself. Don't dwell on what they're doing to others and what they're doing not here. Don't let that be a concern, because we live in a thought world, and so we want to think the best and we want to see good things and wonderful happiness for ourselves. And so just dwell on that. Concentrate on that for right now.
I see.
No one, only people can change your decision. They can't change what's going to happen for you. They can only change your decision, and your decision affects what happens to you. So just keep your thoughts well and good.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, that sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you,
appreciate your
C-Star.
time.
Thank you, C-Star. Peace.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Thank you.
We only
Bye.
have a few more minutes left, so I'm going to end my battery of my iPad is actually going. We have 2 more questions left from 2 more people. We'll take our next caller. It's 203-6296. You're on the line with Sophia Stewart. 203-6296. Peace, family. 203, that's Connecticut. Are you there?
Hello.
Hey, peace, C-Star.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah,
Oh,
hi.
yes, it's me, FleurBrun.
Who's this?
It's Skittles.
Skittles, you made it through. What you doing with a Connecticut phone number? You see Mount Vernon? She's in the Bronx. Sophia, she's in the Bronx right now. Sophia.
It's Skittles. Sorry.
What happened?
Skittles is in the Bronx.
Listen, my mom had a house in Connecticut. I used to go to high school over there.
Okay. She's in the Bronx, Sophia.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Yes,
Skittles.
hi. How you doing?
Why am I having a problem? Hello?
Yes, we're here.
Hello?
Sophia?
Okay, now I can hear you.
Yes, hi.
Okay, I wanted to... hi, Sophia. Oh, my God, I'm so excited. I was telling everyone about this. Okay, so I'm quite fine. Oh, my... After this, and I got it. Okay, so, question. I wanted to hear your thoughts on hybrid children. What are your thoughts on that?
You want what now?
Oh, your thoughts? Hybrid children.
Hybrid.
Yeah, what about hybrid? Hybrid.
Hybrid.
What kind of hybrids are you talking about? Because there's all types of hybrids.
Oh, well, what are the different types? I was thinking more about different alien species and like the blood types being mixed together.
Okay,
and making
well, let me
children.
tell you something. You can Google this while I'm speaking about it. The negative blood type did not exist 38,000 years ago. So that should tell you that they've been making hybrids here for a long time. And there's been some bestiality also. And that's why when you go back and you look at mythology, you see a lot of, like the Minotaur, the half bull and half man. And you see Pegasus, the horse with wings, and a unicorn, a horse with a horn in his head. Well, the hybrids, I guess that's been going on for a long time, hybrids, because you don't know who has the alien DNA. Alien just means unknown. That's all the word alien means. It doesn't mean extraterrestrial. It doesn't mean somebody came from outer space. It means that it's an unknown origin or unknown species. And man has been making, different hybrid species and foods and everything, but you're not even aware of it. You've been here. Let me give you an example of a hybrid that you probably were not even aware of. And I tried to tell this man, because this man was talking to me, he says, well, the Bible says that God made everything. And I said, well, there's some things that man made also. Yes. And he said, well, give me an example. And I said, well, what do you think a donkey and a horse, a crossbred of a donkey and a horse created a mule?
Mule, yeah.
And that a mule can't duplicate itself. Yeah, a mule. Now listen carefully. They took a horse which is bigger, but he's weaker. And they took a donkey, which is smaller, but he's stronger. And they crossbred it, and they got a mule. Now that's a hybrid. Now, that mule can't have any children because it's a hybrid. Now, were you aware of that since you asked about hybrids?
Well, actually, I was watching someone's, I forgot YouTube. Is it RFGK something? I forgot. And he was talking about hybrids, about different animals being being put together, like our domesticated cats being our serpent, like having different body parts of different animals put together, making them into like our domesticated animals we have now.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to tell you is this has been going on for a long time. But you would have to get an old encyclopedia, like from the 1800s or something, the early 1900s, and you need to go through the encyclopedia, and then you'd see these weird species of animals that you don't even see here anymore.
Yeah.
At all, that man has created. Yeah, man has created a lot of stuff. You know, look at your what you call a tangelo. I think it's a cross between an orange and a grapefruit or something. It's a tangelo. You see what I mean? Yeah, but I'm just saying, you've been eating these hybrids all your life, but you didn't know they were hybrids.
Wow, that's crazy.
Been
But
eating
can
a
you
lot of
explain
stuff.
more on? Hello, sorry. Can you explain more about like the Rh negative blood type?
Well, just like I told you, this is what happened. We only had A and AB and O and B. That was the only blood types that we had. They were positive. In other words, A positive, AB positive, O positive, and then B positive. You know what I'm talking about? A, B, B, and O. Then about 38,000 years ago, something happened. Possibly another, unknown species was added to the mix, and then we got this negative bloodline, which we got the same like A negative, AB negative, B negative, and O negative. Now, a lot of the Illuminati have this negative bloodline, those Illuminati. And I want you to research it and look it up and learn some stuff for yourself, and then contact me, and then we'll go into more of this later on. Okay?
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, because I'm AB negative.
Are you? Wait a Skittles. I didn't know that. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, boo, I'm AB negative, and I found other AB negatives that I never knew.
Oh, my gosh, that's cool. All right.
Yeah, we're like the rarest, I heard, blood type.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we need to talk about that, but you need to contact me. Go to my website. There's a phone number. Contact me. Okay?
Absolutely. Barry put up there. Already saw got him on Facebook. Thank you so much, Barry.
All right. Thank you, C-Star. I love you, Skittles.
Thank you, Clevy.
Mwah.
I appreciate this. Thank you so much, Sophia. Make my night.
You're welcome. I look forward to talking.
Thank you.
Peace.
Yes.
We have one more caller, and then we're going to wrap it up because we're at that couple minute mark. We have 323-6575. You're on the line with Sophia. Peace, family.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Peace, C-Star.
Hello?
Hi. Wait, something's going on with your phone. Hold on.
We can't understand you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Oh, you're going in and out.
I have this trouble every time I try and call you. How about now? Is it better now?
Yes.
Is it better? Oh, okay. I was wondering what was the spark of the inspiration for your book, The Matrix? How did it come to you?
What happened now? How did what now?
How did you come with inspiration for The Matrix? How did you arrive there? I mean, it's such a...
I'll tell you exactly how I arrived there. I'm from New York City, and if everybody from New York, they will remember that the Apollo Theater on 125th Street.
Yes, yes.
And they will remember when the Sutton brothers... They will remember when the Sutton brothers owned the Apollo, and at one time, the Apollo was a movie theater where you could see movies. And so in 1977, I was watching Star Wars, and I saw Star Wars, and I knew that spiritually Star Wars was the wars in heaven, and that Darth Vader was the devil or Satan, how Satan got kicked out of heaven into from the light to the dark side. And I thought it was amazing because later on, George Lucas went on YouTube. You go on YouTube and Google him, And he'll tell you that he's actually talking about the point of view of Satan, how Satan fell from the light side. So I was inspired at that moment. I remember the Christ story that in Revelations they said that the Christ would come back. And I got to thinking about it, what would happen when he came back? What would our world in the future look like? And then I knew, being a polymathematician but a visionary, the oracle, that man would be enslaved by the machine, that the artificial intelligence would actually enslave mankind, would take over. So that's how the story was born.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I wanted to write the point of view about what would happen when man fought against the machine, when the war against the machines would take place upon the earth. And it's just the opposite of Star Wars. You see what I'm saying? It's the opposite franchise, opposite story of Star Wars. Now, Star Wars and Terminator are the three biggest franchises globally. Affects the world. And it's good versus evil. That's what it's about. And if you go into Star Wars, the Jedi were the bodyguards. And they were not supposed to kill anybody. And what happened was Anakin, he enslaved that whole village of women and children. And that's when he fell from the light to the dark. That's when he became Darth Vader, or against good. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. I remember that. Remember, it was like that's when the darkness invaded him. It like invaded his soul. It was
exactly. So I recognized George Lucas's work. I saw the metaphysics on it, and so I wanted to create metaphysical work that would enlighten people and free them from the programs and free them from ignorance. Ignorance is not a bad word. Look at the word ignorance. It has the word ignore sitting in it, because people are ignoring facts that they should know. But the masses who control the masses, the system that controls the masses, keep them in a childlike state of existence.
Yes.
Keep people like sheep, and they lead them to slaughter. But God wants people to be enlightened, to know the truth. That's all he does. He wants them to know the truth. Whereas man doesn't want you to know the truth, because if a man can enslave you with ignorance, he can take away your rights. He can take away your freedom. He can take away your life. He can take away your choices, which was given to you by divine right. All of it. So man cannot take anything from anyone.
I wanted to ask you, what is the Matrix like a metaphor for with like people call it dark cabal, basically controlling what man, trying to control the masses.
Matrix is like a metaphor where the man has created all these illusions, and he's enslaved you with these illusions because God told him that he couldn't create any graven images of heaven. So what does man do? Man creates what you think is heaven upon the earth. And sometimes he creates these illusions to ensnare you. Sometimes he creates these illusions to, enslave you. Sometimes he creates these illusions so he can sacrifice you. And sometimes he creates these illusions so he can take your free will from you because he's jealous of that.
Yes. I don't want to end it on a note. I'm sorry, ladies. I don't want to end it. We have 1 minute before it ends. I love the conversation. I always let it run. But I want to thank our C-Star for calling in. Thank you for calling in. You can also contact Sophia Stewart. Sophia, I would like you to give an announcement of your channel where they can contact you. And I also want to thank you for you gracing our presence tonight. I'm so grateful to you, the mother of the Matrix, the matriarch of the Matrix, the original OG Oracle, for coming on this show and really allowing us to have a bird's eye view of you, of how you think, your work, and I really am appreciative of your presence tonight. But would you like to say anything ending the show, Sophia?
Yes, I want to say thank you guys. I wrote The Matrix and Terminator. I'm the creator of it. The books are on my website, truthaboutmatrix.com. My phone number, my email address. Get in contact with me. Have a one-on-one with me. You will be surprised.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
It ended. I hate when Blog Talk does that. I'm going to call Sophia back, but thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on Blog Talk tonight, and also on FB, not FB, on YouTube. I'm so grateful to you for joining us. This is the first time we've had the Mother of the Matrix on this platform. It was wonderful. It was insightful. I think it was. It allowed us to really kind of peel back the layers of someone's intricate thought patterns to be able to create something as masterful. As you know, we utilize the Matrix opening every day. The blue pill, the red pill, blue pill is my opening for every Aquarius Rising show. And again, you know, this is one of many, hopefully, talks we have with the wonderful Oracle. Again, you can contact her personally. I want to thank you all for joining me tonight and Sophia on this platform. I'm so grateful that it went unhinged on YouTube for the first time. Normally on YouTube, we never get it this quiet and beautiful. It lets you know that the universe was in alignment with this interview tonight. So thank you again. So I'll be going on doing FleurBrun After Dark. If you're on my cipher, you know how we do. Just have a conversation with some of the cipher members. If you're on my FB, you know to go to FleurBrun Cipher, and we'll have a little kiki session on FleurBrun Cipher right after this. So in about 10 to 15 minutes. I love you. Thank you for joining us. I am behaving myself on this platform. Peace and infinite bliss. Have a good evening. If I can end it. For some reason, this is like impossible to end. Peace, family. Mwah.